Yo. Yep. Yep. It's today. Today is today. That is for sure. Let me get a chomp of this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, there's some stuff to do. There is some stuff to do. So, okay. Let's check the exchange. Okay, seems like nothing here. Suspicious. Oh shit. Okay. Alright. I mean, I already have 2 of these, but probably should farm for it anyway, I guess, just because. I don't really expect I'm gonna use it pretty much ever, but out of respect, perhaps. Especially because soccer has done so much for me over the years. When she first came out, she was she's probably the best free exchange thing I feel like ever. Like the most used one, at least for me, for sure. Alright, but what is this stuff? Mass attack, 10 stamina? Boost your puzzle skills. Okay, novice. Okay, so that should be easy. Wait, how long does this... Why is there no, like, date on this? Is this just forever? Okay, what about this? 6 days. Alright, there's gonna be multiple levels of this, I guess. And then... this... 7 floors. Let's just YOLO this. Real quick. Sure. Okay. Alright, that's fine. I would have rather been able to use all my turns of stalling, but I guess it already happened, so can't do too much about it. Damn, this song's pretty sweet. I don't know why I'm using my mouse for that, but I guess because this is an easy dungeon still. This dungeon has to be done solo anyway, so that's part of the reason that I'm down to do it right now by myself as we begin stream. It seems relatively easy too, so it's not like there's any crazy shenanigans going on here. So it should be fine. I guess the worst thing would be if there was an unbind that was longer than Nini could handle, or however you're supposed to say her name. I suppose I should have been using Crab Girl every turn anyway, just to make sure there's more blues, but whatever. Whatever. And a floor like this is precisely why you want to use the spawns every turn if you can, because if a floor has auto locks like this one did, you can be in a bit of trouble. But luckily, I did have enough. If there was enough darks, I would have gone for a dark L there to unlock everything else, but I didn't, so. But I feel pretty good about it now. I would have had to use Kaiba there just to unlock if I needed it, but we're good. Alright. That seems easy enough. Should be over and done with. Alright. So that solo challenge is gone. Is Ice Palace where I'm supposed to be farming? No, because those things are fate things, right? So then what would I be farming ice, what would I be farming Ice Palette, whatever, for? Is it just SDRs? Defeat invading Tethys for 1 times Latin to Madra. Does the thing invade every time? Guaranteed Latin to Madra. Oh. That's all this is for? Okay. Let's read what these say. So this one gives me a roll and it's solo, so I imagine I should do that right now. Because we're gonna want to do this free roll today, I would imagine. Usually that's what we like to do. Gonna make sure to L unlock here. Don't want to deal with that shenanigans. Leave that as it is otherwise. Oh, I didn't want that giant blue thing to come down. I actually wanted to stall. But Skyfall says no. Need to use Crab there anyway, but it's also good because I assume this thing's timer, I assume, is shorter than the one that Crab Girl gives, so that's good for that reason. I was gonna set up this light to cascade, but I messed it up. Alright, let's actually make sure we try and get a number of combos, I guess. Here we go. Counting. Hey, that's rude. It's not that rude, I guess, because it doesn't really, I don't need that, but I guess I should just pop Virgil now anyway. There's enough hearts. I was checking to see if there's hearts on the board, but there is, so no reason for me to wait otherwise. Just leave these blues up for maybe next turn in the middle. Collab. Okay, okay. I like that song. Dark Absorb is a little annoying, but we should be able to go around it. The song's really quiet, unfortunately. Okay, so I need... wait for those to be hearts. There we go. Okay. When they turn to hearts again, I'm going to yoink them to the left here, or to the bottom. There we go, perfect. Perfect. Alright. Another lock, but we do have enough blues, thank goodness. Thank goodness, we don't have to worry about it. I will do the L unlock with the purples though. My partner, Crab Girl, has the L unlock, Super Awakening. So that's good. Nice and easy. Alright, so Saber. Oh, okay. Okay. I think we'll still be fine with this. I imagine that will be enough. Alrighty. Now what? That's fine. Okay. The only scary thing here would be if there's a preemptive on the next floor. I have no idea if there is, but if there is, then, you know, that's something. Oh, almost Skyfall Hearts. Okay, I'm a little scared that there's a preemptive. If there is, I'm gonna feel stupid, but oh well. Oh well. Alright, I'm scared. He feels like someone that could do it. Don't do it, 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 don't do it. Whew, okay. Nice. The question is, I don't remember what is on my knee. Okay, and then we obviously have that, and then what about you? Delays enemy for 2 turns, changes water. I kind of like that. That way I can save the Virgil for the next turn. There we go. And I can count too, nice. And I've learned how to count. That's always good. That's always a good sign. Oh. Well, I guess I have to do this and then hope. I guess I would want to do a box in the middle-ish. Oh my gosh, that's not many blues. Just make them all be the same. Oh, this one's off by 1. Alright, so now they'll all be blue at the same time. That way when I use this, it makes sure that it doesn't make those ones blue. But still, this is not easy. Okay. I think that would be good though. I mean, I didn't try to do any extra fancy comboing. I just wanted to make sure I had the box, I had the second blue match, and then hope that that plus the Virgil boost would be enough. I would also hope that the camera doesn't decide to randomly unfocus. I realized, camera, that when I had my face down, you didn't see me, and I guess you freaked out or something. That's what I'm assuming you did, because I don't know what else you did that for. But hey, I beat the challenge. So that's good. That's good. Okay, so now we have... Oh, what up, Cookie? I was mid-movement. What's, should I do the Valkyrie things? What should I do? I just did, the other stuff. I did the challenge thing that was up here, and the other challenge. Oh yeah, and then what's this thing? It's like 10 stam, and it doesn't have an end date on it, which is weird. Okay, easy Valk thing. Alright. It's solo only anyway, while we wait for people to trickle in. Makes sense. Wow, rude. I mean, it's not exactly sad news, but maybe for you guys it would be. Why did I match blue there? I'm supposed to stall. Master Fagin thing is a dungeon for newer players to understand. Oh, so just easy stone? Easy stones? Okay. Makes sense. So... I guess technically I haven't double checked, but I can assume that I did not crown. I think I could have. I just didn't have time. I did get top reward. I know that. I had enough time to do that with the few runs, you know, the not that many runs that I had. But it, yeah. I definitely, it feels, I don't know. I want to talk about how I think I could have, but at the same time, that's like an excuse. Oh, really? That's funny. That's funny. For me, I think more was the little details. Like, I was able to read that Reddit thing and like get top 10% relatively quick. But then the detail stuff in terms of what floor, like, you know, you need like 4 colors and then a heart match. Some floors you need all, and then, so then it seemed, I'm pretty sure, I mean, I don't remember too well, but it seemed that on some floors, if you had 4, like the you know, a guide or a suggestion would say like, oh, do, you know, 4 attributes plus a heart thing or whatever, and you'll be good. And then instead, I would do like the 4 attributes in the heart, whatever it is that needs to happen, and it wouldn't be enough to kill something sometimes, just because like, oh, you needed to actually to have a blue match there or something, like something random like that. And that's, yeah, that's not even talking about like which heart style to prioritize necessarily, that's just... That's just purely on the... It seemed that on certain floors, I was supposed to probably use a skill and do 2 heart things to get like extra points. But sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't, because one that comes to mind is on Ares, I think it was. I remember I did 4 attributes. I swear it was 4 attributes, 2 like fancy heart matches, and it didn't kill because one of the colors that I didn't have on that board was blue. So then the blue damage, you know, there wasn't blue damage, so whatever. Yeah, I don't know. It was, I think I could have got there. It also, for dungeons that need, like, stupid shapes, like L's and FUAs and whatever, takes me a little while to get into the rhythm of doing those boards, but being quick-ish, because I know I'm not that quick. So it takes me a little while to get into the rhythm, so I don't know. I think I could have got there, but you should charge extra if people ask you at the very end, like at the very end of a ranking. If they ask, you should up the price. You did? Oh, nice. Good. How many tries would it take you to do it for each person? One to 4? Damn, really? I guess I'm just that shitty, huh? Feels bad, Min. I still could. I definitely. I don't want to talk about how I could have done it, because like, oh, I just needed more time because I didn't even attempt it. I literally did not even attempt the dungeon until like 45 minutes before I had to go to bed on yesterday. So that was not a lot of time. But the excuse of, if I had more time, you can almost use that excuse for anything ever on the planet. Right? In a way, you can kind of say that. But I feel like we can all agree, at least if you've been around, that I most likely could have done that if I had more time for it. Yeah. I just, I needed more ramp up time to get a little bit quicker, a little bit more familiar with the dungeon, and, whatever else. Okay, good. There's these things here. Every score you got was at least above NA, and I did really bad. Thanks for calling me bad. Oh, come on. How did that double skyfall like that? That's absurd. That was an absurd double blue skyfall. Okay. Ouch. You ever have something where, No, I know I shouldn't have, but there was just... It wasn't a high priority. There's been other stuff that have been higher priority, so... Kinda just is what it is, I guess. And I don't know. Just learning that it was about hearts and doing L's also just kind of made me not want to do it, and being a pre-made kind of made me not want to do it. There was a lot of things going against that, beyond just me actually being busy. Like, we could say that, you know, if I decided not to do the Sunday stream, I probably could have done it, but we did the Sunday stream, so I mean, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Allows me to get good scores since you're not box capped. Yeah, I can see that. Well, usually the reason that I don't like pre-mades is because a lot of the time, maybe not a lot of the time, but because there's been so many, right? But when I think of pre-mades, I just think of, oh, you need to get crazy RNG Skyfall to get a good score. Those types, I hate. I want, if I even think there's an inkling of that involved, it just makes me immediately not even want to, like, even look at it. Right, so. And that's kind of, I think, partially where my mind goes when I think of pre-mades, I guess. Oh, what happened to that blue? You did need crazy Skyfall? Probably not for... yeah, see, that's because I didn't get the second blue. Don't kill me? Okay, we'll be fine. I think it would have... I think the thing that I am would be most interested to, like, double check on is how good or bad my speed was for the not many attempts of rhythm I had to go for it. Yeah, no, I know you mean the... like the king level stuff. The king level stuff. Just keep doing these. How many levels are these? Are there of these? 240. Holy shit. Wow. Makes me feel bad about mine. I think I got 209, maybe? It was pretty... I got a bunch in the 206 to 208 range runs. Should be five dungeons. I guess part of what I'm wondering is, was it just that I wasn't fast enough, or was I also not doing enough of the shapes? I think it was probably both, to be honest, but I could be wrong on that. Could be wrong on that. Mix of both, yeah. I mean, that's, yeah, the dungeon was about being fast, but doing the bonuses, but... I guess, if you can recall, what would be what was sort of your normal, if your CC was dog, that was a factor. Combo count? Yeah, okay. What was the average, I guess, bonus point total, usually, that you had? That's probably an easier way for me to gauge how off I was on that kind of a thing. $37? Okay. Yeah, I don't remember enough. I'm pretty sure I was probably in the, like, my, like, highest ones, I'm guessing, were like a mid 20, low 30. That would be that's a guess, because I don't recall, but I imagine it was somewhere around there. Also, yeah, comboing, yeah. I think that's part of the thing when I talk about sort of getting the rhythm, as it were, in regards to the combo count. That's part of what I mean by the rhythm, because you have to do these weird-ass shapes, but still you want to get as high as combo as possible, so kind of messes that up. Weird shapes messed up normal combo patterns and whatnot. Here's your score. Oh. Let me see if I can see this. Did I not combo high enough? Fucking spitters. Okay. Oh, I can't count. Alright, never mind. Doesn't matter. I need to, like, open it. I had to be logged on, so I had to look at the things. Sorry, I was just like... I never really considered people posting PaD stuff on Instagram. It doesn't, like, I don't really use Instagram, but in my mind, you know, Instagram is like pictures of food, pictures of people's art, pictures of people. You originated from the PaD Instagram community? That's a thing? The PaD Instagram community. I just I clicked one of your other posts, the one with the red guy with the mustache, that's the blob. Where you had like 5 of those with 5 key things on them. and like one of the comments on there is just nice. It's your tagline. Nice, whatever. All right, let me go put this bowl back, and then we'll do the next one. Fo loves that line. Yeah, seems like it. So what just happened to me? This has to happen to other people, right? I got up to go put the bowl back, right? And basically, like 2 steps after I got up, my brain was like, "You also have to go to the bathroom now." I was like, "Whoa, what?" I didn't have, because I did not have to pee at all. And then as soon as I stood up and walked 2 steps, my brain was like, "You also should go to the bathroom now." It's like, oh. Okay. I don't know what that seems weird, doesn't it? Is that like the brain trying, oh my god, Skyfall. Is that the brain trying to optimize or something? What is that? It's a weird experience. That happens. Yeah, I feel it's not even like I went to get water and then like, oh, water makes you pee. It wasn't even that. It was just literally got up 2 steps, not even near anything yet. I'm just, oh, I have to go to the bathroom now. So strange. What am I doing? Oh my gosh, trash. PaD Instagram has been dead lately since some of the better players are washed. Then when you mean washed, do you mean they got bad, or do you mean they stopped playing? I feel like those are two different things. Nice, I can do the L with this. They got bad? I feel like I'm... Am I worse than I was at another point, or am I better, or am I the same? Hey, Angel. That's interesting. Am I better, worse, or the same than when I was at a different point? You think you're at your peak? How am I today? Today's been alright. Nothing crazy sticks out in my mind. Seems okay. What about you? This is part of them Valkyrie challenge things that came out today that are solo. I was about to fire this off, but then I realized we're damage nerfed, so I think I should just heal. It's hot for Canadian standards. It rained most of today, so that was nice to cool things down. So that was good. I think it's gonna rain tomorrow, but I'm cool with that as well because we've had no rain for a little bit, so 2 days of rain is probably for the better. I think I'm just gonna shield and stuff. I don't think I'm gonna do anything else yet. I think in some ways I'm better than I was at certain things, and then other things I'm worse for PaD. For example, I think generally moving speed wise I'm slower. I think I'm better at cascading than I was when I was at my fastest speed. Yeah, those two things stick out as stuff. I kind of want to have this Virgil up to make sure that this, whatever this damage nerf is doesn't screw me, but I'm a little worried that, I don't know, that something will go wrong. Like that cascade. I would never have done that cascade when I was at my fastest. 29C. I did read that earlier, and then I kind of ignored it because I was mid-sentence. And then when I went to go back thinking about it, I was like, I don't remember what 29C is. I know it's hot, but I don't know the exact or close to the exact conversion. You think you're at your fastest at the moment? Cascading's pretty good compared to a few months ago. Okay. Because I'm a dumb American, so I don't remember the conversion. For 84? Yeah, that's too hot. That's too hot. I'm with you. I'm with you. Definitely too hot. You know this ranking, you did a bit better than some of your friends, so that means something. I mean, yes and no. I guess it depends on how much better and how much they played, right? Because if they just got their crown score and were like, all right, I'm good, then doesn't necessarily mean as much. And then also it depends on when you got your score. Because you did a bunch of crowns for other people, so you've done the dungeon extra a bunch, right? So you could always also consider that, but you would know that detailed more than me. I'm just following the thread. But yeah, that's way too hot, Angel. 80 whatever it was. Delay does nothing. I kind of have to do this anyway though, don't I? because I just need blues. One more turn for Virgil. You didn't stone on main, only did 4 add stamina refreshes. You know they stone check. Yeah, just heal up and stuff, I guess. Ranking is RNG anyways. Also probs did 2-bar total boosting Peepos. Okay, now we can go for it. And this was a conservative maneuver for sure. I have a feeling we probably would have done enough damage anyway, but just to be on the safe side, might as well make sure that the debuff whatever will be gone and everything, so that we'll be good. Because I don't imagine I'll need Virgil for the next part, because there is no next part. So might as well chill. Alright, so there's 6 of these, or there's 5 of these? Something like this, apparently. Oh, you said 5, I think. Because I remember you saying 5 free stones cookie, so probably that. It's weird for me to think, but to try to think of, yeah, you get stones for this, which is cool. In terms of trying to think of when I was actually my fastest, you know, I've been playing so long, that's kind of hard to... I do have an initial instinct, but that could just easily be wrong. It could be, not, nostalgia isn't the right word, but in terms of, like rose-tinted glasses, kind of looking on the past not accurately type of vibe, it could certainly be that. It could certainly be that, but my instinct is that it was when I was playing, when the time limit, when there was like basically no time extend, and I was using Kieran probably, or that's my guess. That's my guess as to when I was the fastest. But yeah, having more movement time has made me lazier and slower, because you know, 90% of the time I play this game, there's no reason for me to have to be as fast as possible, except for when a crown comes. So then it's like, ugh, I ain't trying to it's not worth going hard 24/7 just for that very small amount of extra time that I actually need it. I mean, it would be worth it, because then crowns and stuff are easier, but in terms of... okay. Alright, I guess I kind of have to do this. And then I want to do this to get rid of the timer. Awesome. I don't think this is 10C, but I don't really want to use Virgil yet either, so... I'm gonna... or not Virgil, Kaiba. So I'm just gonna hope that this maybe will work out into something. Give it the best chance for Skyfall. Oh! See, I still got some gamer moves. That's what that was. Yeah, I don't know if it would have been 2015, or I wouldn't be able to remember what year or what it would have necessarily been, but just need another 3 blues here. Yeah. Is this the last floor? No. Blaze are 2 turns, but they're locked. Would this guy kill me, or these girls? Would these girls kill me turn 1 if I don't have 2 blue matches? I don't know. I don't know enough to know if they would. let's just do this. Hey, got it anyway. Got it anyway. Nice. Okay. That makes things easier. Just rough estimating when you played Anubis for a bit. Yeah, I was thinking about if it would have been when I was doing Kieran or if it would have been when I was doing Ra. It might have been both of, you know, somewhere in there. My guess would be Kieran, just because by the time Ra came around, like Ra, both the Ras have time extends on their skill. So if I like was really worried about something, I probably would start popping that. And probably at that point there was more time awakenings, a little bit at least. So my instinct is to say Kieran, because also the time default was shorter, right? Wasn't the time default 4 seconds and then now it's 5 or something? Or am I stoned? I might be stoned. Anyway, let's box. Yeah, not a certain date for sure. There was a period of time of doing Anubis for me, but I think the only time I was really doing Anubis was when I had the well, I guess there was a time when I did Anubis and had Gunma, but there was definitely more stuff with time extends at that point that I probably had on the team, like Yomi and stuff. So I still think my fastest was probably during Kieran / Sakuya. Okay, nice. So all of the Valkyrie stuff is taken care of. Let's do this little Fagin training, shall we? A little bit of Fagin. Welcome, I'm going to run you. Okay, we don't actually. We're not reading these. This is in story mode. I don't have to read it. I don't have to read it. Although I didn't really read what that said, but I'm gonna assume that this will be good enough. Hopefully. Yay. I think it said something about doing 5 orbs so it hits all of them. How many of these are there? Probably not too many, right? Does this, I would hope this gives a stone at the end. TPAs, okay. Your grandma asking you why you don't have a GF because she don't know that you're gay. Oh, I didn't know that. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's not important that I know that, but cool. That must be awkward though. That has to be awkward. Poor grandma. Well, not poor grandma, poor you. Sorry, phrased that wrong. It was more like poor that grandma doesn't know, rather than like poor. Oh, yeah, you know what I mean, right? I kind of farted words out of my mouth there in the wrong order. Every time you tell her, you're like, I don't want one. Oh, okay, okay. Do you think you're ever going to tell her? You know what? If you don't want to talk about it, that's totally cool, by the way. That's totally reasonable. I don't want to put that on you, you know? Because that's your own personal stuff. Diagonals, there we go. Probably not. What? Did I just not have blues there, or did I mess up a TPA? No. Wait. Oh, we're doing rows now. Whoops. Did I do the TPA one so fast that I wasn't paying attention? I think that's what happened. Oh, jeez. Okay. Sort of decided it might just be better not to say anything. Okay. I would ask more, but I don't know if that's we can just continue with this. Oops, no, I'm not I'm not double two-pronging. This is FUA, is that what it said? Bonus attack? Bonus attack, blah 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 blah. Okay. So that means I need hearts. So they're probably gonna give me hearts. Okay. Very good. Okay, we're L-ing. Well, that's weird. Sakuya doesn't have one? Huh. I guess it's just to make the things... Okay. Sure. Teaching me that they unlock stuff. Sure. Sure. Look at it go. I don't... Is there anything in Fate that I really want to roll? I feel like I don't think people have talked about this dungeon much. I mean, I saw some people post their rolls in the Discord, but as far as, oh my god, new thing that's amazing, doesn't seem like there's much in that regard, at least that I'm hearing, but I'm usually out of the loop, so we'll see. We'll see. I know that I'm gonna get a free roll from the that's interesting, they gave me one extra. I know I'm gonna get one free roll from doing the challenge. I don't know if there's a regular free roll you just get for free. So either I get either I will get, you know, one free roll or multiple. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Interesting for this one that they make you do it twice. But okay. Although I guess if there was a second dark match that I could have had, it might not have done it. Alright, so that's it. We're done. Sweet. Okay. Done that, done that. Alright. So we just have this stuff now. Oh, this stuff reset? Because this has definitely been a thing before. What does this say? Servant, truce, or invade, rare. Oh, they all say that. This one's S rank, and then da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Let's see if Toby wants to farm or something. Maybe, maybe not. I'm getting pretty close to a rank up here, so that's nice. As far as other stuff that happened today, I haven't seen much talk in regards to E3 stuff for today. There probably was some stuff, but maybe just hasn't gotten around to me yet. Tomorrow is going to be the Nintendo Direct, which a lot of people are excited about, naturally. When is that? I forget. I remember I put in the disc. I put it in the PIL, I think, to make sure. But let me just double check. I don't think it's at a time that I could stream it, is what my memory is telling me. That's what my memory is telling me, but let me double check. The newest Nintendo Direct will be at noon, so probably can't stream it. Probably can't stream it. But yeah, it's at noon tomorrow or 9 a.m. PT. 40 minutes long, and then there's a treehouse after, but whatever. The treehouses aren't usually worth watching. The treehouses are for those people that do watch and then can clip things and then show everyone else because no one wants to watch it. What E3? You don't know what E3 is? That's interesting. And then this is just for Tamadras. Okay. Huh. Alright. E3 is like a gaming thing every year where basically all of the companies talk and show off their new games and or consoles. So this past weekend there was Xbox, Microsoft, Bethesda, like there was lots. Most people did stuff this weekend. Most companies did stuff this weekend and Friday, maybe. But tomorrow is Nintendo. It's basically just the companies, various companies, gaming companies, doing announcing of stuff for the year and whatnot. So people get hype and etc. People get hype. All the favorite streamers and YouTubers do reaction videos, and everyone says something is either looks terrible or something looks amazing, and then yeah. Sounds about right. Trying to think, do I want to try and farm this solo? I'm surprised. Where's Cookie? Cookie was just here, wasn't he? No response from Cookie. I think we want to farm. I think that's the last thing to do. We did all the challenges. We did the Fagin thing. We've finished I almost said July. We finished June stuff. So we don't need that. New multiplayer. What's this? What do we got here? Ultimate Arena. Oh, alt Arena. So these are new. Are they actually new, or have I just not looked at it until now? Because that seems like something that I could have done. That seems like something I could have done. Tamadra infestation Monday. Yeah, I guess we'll just do this then. I don't know which. Did anyone say anything in the PaD channel? No. Okay, never mind. I could go for an S rank. We could try that. What do I want to use to try to S rank? That is a good question. What do I want to use to try to S rank? What do you got? 1 for wood, 16 times attack with 6 combos, half damage, and follow-up attack with 2+ wood combos. -1 second left most to wood. That sounds fun. Let's try that. Let's try that with the tried and true. There's probably gonna be a VDP actually. So I should probably change this to something that's grass that has VDP. Let's go green, awakening, this, boom, boom. Okay, what do we got? Changes, water to heal, no. That's not bad. Oh, maybe we just go this. That wouldn't be the worst. Either that or Zella. Both of those are okay. Let's do this one. I don't know. Let's just try it. Let's just try it. S rank first? It's not like I don't have stamina. I have a refresh already, and then we'll have another refresh later on if I need it, so. Okay. There's not dark orbs anyway. So I guess we'll try and see how strong this thing is with 2 green matches. Probably pretty... Oh, never mind. We got the dark. We got the dark. So I'm probably going to use this guy's skill now. Yep. -1 second isn't that bad, because I already have a decent amount of time. Max combo because we're trying to S rank. So here's the real test, is when we don't have 2 greens. That's the real test. And we just have the darks and 1 green. In regards to the amount of damage I do, we'll see. I think we'll still be fine. You only really need the double green for when you need FUA. And look at all the green we have now. Oh, tape. That's obnoxious. Okay. Yeah, that is rather obnoxious. I'm not gonna lie. That is kind of annoying. But still got there. It's 3 turns of it. Yeah, I was about to say, that's bad because we need to box, don't we? That's not great. I guess I still just go for this, right? So if I do like top left, or actually, yeah, that should work. Yeah, that works fine. That actually ends up being a pretty nice board. Sweet. Okay, okay, looking good. Looking good. I would not. I think that's gonna S rank. That was pretty smooth. That's pretty smooth. Doing S rank is fun with trying to do it with this Vraska thing, because there's usually never a lead that's like, usually, you know, there's never another Vraska up, so I have to kind of look around to see what other random green leads might work with this. I've never used this guy before, whoever I'm with as a friend here. This is Christmas Osiris? I've never even seen this thing, so that's cool. He's not bad. He seems pretty good. He seems pretty solid. He actually seems quite good. I mean, not the craziest amount of damage or whatever, but pretty good damage. And his skill is a 3-turn thing. It's a little bit wonky because it doesn't give 6 green, so that means, you know, you aren't guaranteed gonna have 3 green orbs to do the 2 wood combo, but still, not bad. Not bad. I know, I don't know if it was Stooner or if it was Angel. Someone said that they use for S ranking, they basically use Ideal and then partner with it with like something else. Hey Vicious. What, I have new orbs? Oh yeah, because I got that I got this thing from that, the story. Not you? Yeah, it must have been Stooner. Or no, maybe it was a Fico. Oh, I think it was a Fico. I think it was a Fico. I could be wrong, but something in my brain is telling me it was a Fico. You use a full team and hope to 10C every floor? Interesting. Well, the funny thing is that back in the day, before they changed S rank, I would basically do a team like this, but then I still think they should do that just because it's fun and it makes people have to use low rank stuff, but back in the day, if you didn't have stuff and slots here, It's not that it counted as a thing with 0. It means that the average didn't count as part of that. So like you have these two and then a third monster, right? So then you would have 1, 2, instead of having, you know, 6 doing the whatever it's called, the where do I do this? Instead of doing the rare numbers, you know, what would it be? Let's say if it was double Vraska, 14, 13 with a or sorry, 14, 23 with a double Vraska. Instead of being 23 divided by 6, it would just be 23 divided by 3. Because you only had 3 monsters, so you would have to put in little dudes with 1 as their thing, so that it still kept the average low. Back in the day, no penalty for 7x6. Didn't they change that pretty quick though? Compared to doing the average thing, I thought they did the 7x6 like relatively quick, and then the average thing they changed later, right? Also, I didn't know that these shinies were here, so I'm gonna sell those. Wait, get off the team. No clue. Yeah, it was like so long ago, it's like impossible to remember. Dun, dun, what are these things doing here? How'd those sneak in? Oh my gosh, how many of these do I have? Oh, that's gonna be so annoying to sell. Is there like a way to like... you can do that. Okay. But then you have to click this 3 times? What's the point of being efficient having the max button if you still have to click 3 times? I mean, it definitely saves clicks, but it is odd that you just... I clicked max on purpose, but then... Is there any reason for me to keep any of these? It definitely makes it more efficient than it was before, but it still is, like, odd. Cars 80%. There's no reason, right? I don't think I'm gonna torture you through selling 1,000 baby pre-draws. I don't think I'm gonna do that to you. Not today. Maybe another day, but not today. This is what happens when I'm not forced to take care of things because they stack now. This is what happens. Things just get out of hand. I did a lot of the pre-draw infestation dungeon when it was 25 stam in the exploration dungeon. It was like a really nice stam killer. It was a real nice stam killer. I wonder if... Let me check something. Oops, not that. Mario Kart Double Dash. I wonder if can I button the int floor here? Or is that not gonna work out for me for farming this stuff? Is that a bad idea? Oh, this song is good. Dolphin Park. Wave Race 64 has a special place for me. I can't really explain why. I mean, it was definitely one of the first games that I had on the N64, but in terms of I don't really remember playing it that much, is the weird thing. I don't particularly remember playing it that much, but I must have. I must have. Right? Surely. I need to put I need to change the hat, put it on a Vritra, and then put another button on my own Varroa so I don't have to rely on. Okay, let me edit that team. I think this will be good, actually. Let's change the things here. I don't want to deal with using Kenshin button, because ideally you want to have something that lowers your HP. I'm trying to think. There should be a dark monster that does something like that, right? Should be a dark fellow that does a damage thing. Well, Satan does, but I was thinking Lu Bu, right? Doesn't Lu Bu do something like that? Where is he? Is he red? How did I not see this man? I'm blind. I'm actually blind. Oh. Because he has something on him. Alright, you know, that's not my fault, actually. Wait. Half HP. Yeah, that should work, right? That should work. That should work. Wait, no. Lu Bu. Yeah, so we're gonna do, I guess, a little bit of farming for a little bit here. And then should be. Do I have a Varroa friends up here? Oh, okay, we got Stone Cold. Stone Cold. So we'll probably do a stretch break relatively soon because it has been over an hour already. Oh, I need to change this to not be on me having to double click and hit yes every time. No. This. Yes. Yes. I'm not 100% if this is the most efficient, but probably the best thing for me to do right now, at least until I imagine this would be better than doing damn, I got a gold there. This has to be pretty decent then. Imagine this would be better than doing solo 50 stam stuff, but it might not be better than doing 3-player. I'm not sure about that though. And it might be better doing certain things co-op, but I don't think anyone's ready to co-op yet. No Toby. Cookie's phone's dead apparently. So we'll probably do a stretch. It's a little bit early for mail time. It's a little bit early. But maybe by the time stretch time's over, it'll be 7-ish. And then that way that'll be probably good enough. What I want to do, one of the other reasons I want to do this button farming now is because I want to use my ad stam, my stam refresh from the ad now so that I don't forget to use it before 8 o'clock when it resets. So if you haven't done your stam refresh or your box space refresh thing, make sure to do that. Make sure to do that. We have definitely heard this song. The YouTube thing is broken. Let me refresh it. Reset the shuffle and hit next. Okay. Okay. Not you, you. Actually, let's go down here. Do any of the Varroas have hats on them? No. Button. Button. They all have buttons, which I guess is good, but I kind of want them to have a hat or something that raises Interesting that a lot of them have that one particular, the raw weapon. I wonder if it's possible to button the next floor up. That would be interesting to find out. I would be less confident about that, but I mean, 196,000 damage, it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing, but I have a feeling the 25 stam dungeon would be a little bit more than that. I'm not really sure what I expect from Nintendo tomorrow. I think a lot of other people have expectations. I think certain people are gonna say they want to see Breath of the Wild 2 footage. Some people might be wanting some new Smash Fighter revealed. And then the people doing crazy stuff like, oh, Metroid Prime 4 or, you know, a new F-Zero game or something crazy. But I really don't, I'm not going in with any particular expectations. Oh, how the hell did that happen? Middle click did that? That was interesting. Yeah, middle click does that? That's weird. I wonder what middle click is simulating. But yeah. Not any particular expectations, I don't think. Just kinda excited to see what they show. I mean, we know one thing that sort of has been announced for Nintendo from the Ubisoft conference is the sequel to the game I recently just finished on stream, the Mario and Rabbids game for the Switch. They announced the sequel, so that's kind of cool. I'm kind of interested in that. I actually did end up liking the first one. I haven't done a tactical game like that in a while. It was kind of it was fun. Though Luigi has a completely different weapon. He has like a bow and arrow, which is different. Add? Wait. Okay. Whew. Scared me for a second. Epic 7. There are too many anime games. Why do weebs have so much money? Why is that? That's like a trope that weebs have a lot of money. Is there a reason for that? Is it some sort of joke about that they like can't get real 3D waifus, so they just spend all of their money on 2D ones? Is that the joke? Because I've definitely seen, even on Twitch, there's sort of just a thing about weebs throwing their money at whatever they want for some reason. I've always found that to be a strange stereotype. No clue. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird, it's a strange stereotype, that's for sure. You gotta support the poor weebs out there. Don't let them, you know, be burdened by such a stereotype. Though I suppose, there is a bit of an odd intersectionality of that, right? Because there's the thing, the stereotype of the weebs having lots of money and throwing it around at stupid things, but usually the idea is that they throw that money around for weeb-related activities or promotion. So an example of that would be some streamer is doing a media share stream, and then weebs come out of nowhere with cold hard cash and have a bunch of weeb related videos get played. That's like an example of that. But the subsection that I'm thinking of, since we're playing a phone game, is the phone game weebs probably don't have that to throw around, because they already throw it at their phone game. Right? That has to be how it works. Are weebs more likely to be whales than a non-weeb? Probably, right? I don't know how, I don't know. Are weebs more likely to be whales than non-weebs? Someone needs to do a study on it. Someone needs to do a study on it and answer these questions. These are the important questions of the universe we need to know about. Curing cancer? Psh. Psh. I need to know what the weebs are up to. I need to know what the weebs are up to so they don't catch me off guard. This game is interesting because there's definitely weeb, you know, anime waifu characters, but then there's a lot of non-weeb characters too. There's, you know, there's all the dragons and stuff, though it does feel that there's less dragons as time goes on and more anime stuff, but you know, sometimes they throw in a dragon or a monster. Still. Ooh, nice gold. Nice gold. Alright, so this is the last Varroa. Then I'll have to go to my BF. Vicious, what is your go-to fruit? Because I know I've talked a lot about how I usually eat apples and bananas for my go-to fruits, which kind of makes sense. They're pretty high up on the sugar content ones, right? The reason I ask is because, so what I do for my apples is I put them in the fridge. One, it's really refreshing that they're cool, so then the juice like inside the apple is cool, so it's very enjoyable and satisfying. But two, it seems to make them last longer. I don't know how true or untrue that is, but it seems to be the case. Bananas, though, I don't put in the fridge. But in the summer especially, they get riper and don't last as long, which is annoying for me because I don't like to go to the grocery store often. So I'm wondering if there's a way for me to make the bananas last longer without going too ripe. Because ideally what I would do, but is not always available, is to get like one group of bananas that is, you know, yellow or about to, or like turn, like basically getting yellow, that I can eat that day, and then, you know, the next 5 or 6 days or so. But then I want to get a second group of bananas that are pretty much pure green, that over time, when I get to the second week, will be ready or almost ready to consume. That way I can last like 2 weeks without having to go to the grocery store. I think that's ideally what I want. But the grocery store, for some reason, maybe that when I've gone they just aren't stocked or whatever it is. Sometimes it seems like they're all very yellow, like basically already ready to go and eat, and then there's no greens, or that there's like all green and not ready to eat. It's very frustrating when that happens. Usually it's more of the all being yellow and having no greens rather than the all greens. The all green one, that doesn't happen too often, but it was something that can occur. And so I was wondering like how I should, does putting bananas in the fridge or something like that help them last longer, is my question. Oh, you know what I could do? Okay, I read about this. I remember reading this when I was looking up healthy snacks at some point, like a month or two ago. And one suggestion, you know, there was like a classic, right? Like celery with peanut butter or whatever. But there was a banana one. I can't remember exactly if it was in the freezer or if it was in the fridge. But it basically said you take a banana and you cut it up, and then the cut pieces, they're just like the little cylinders, yay high, separated. You cut them up, and you put peanut butter like on it, and then you put one of the other pieces. You basically make like a little mini sandwich with peanut butter in the middle, and then you put them in the fridge or something, and then you can take them out and have them later at another time. That could be something that I could try if there's only yellows. Get like, have the group of yellows that I eat that week, and then maybe the second group I like try making those peanut butter banana like mini things. I need to remember that next time. I like that idea, at least to try it. But I don't know if it's supposed to be the freezer or the fridge. I think the fridge makes more sense, but I also have to imagine you can't just like put them on a plate and leave them in the fridge. I feel like that wouldn't work. I feel like they would go bad or something. Like, I feel like something would go wrong there. Maybe. Yeah, freezer doesn't sound right. It probably would be fridge. But I almost think you would want to put them in the fridge in a bag or something, like in a Ziploc as well. Certainly worth trying, I would imagine. Certainly worth trying, I think. Okay. I can also test just putting a regular bananas in the fridge too. Problem is, the fridge only has so much space, so if I can avoid it, that would be better. But I could probably manage to fit some in there. That said, it has been over an hour and a half. So I think I'm gonna pause the music, and I'm gonna do a little stretch time. Okay, so let's go to the subreddit first. Let's reset this. This got edited because of the Purtle subreddit. Okay, let's check here. We've got a couple open. These are I want to watch the Space Jam trailer, kind of. But at the same time, I don't, because I'm worried that it has DMCA stuff in it. So I think I'm going to skip it. I think we've watched basically the rest of these already. Or they have DMCA music. Here we have Elden Ring trailer. This trailer I can't watch because of DMCA. And that's kind of meh. Alright, let's go to 238. That's a few days ago. Netflix, history in real time. No, we don't want to watch those. Trust me. We don't want to watch those. The Farrell's Ice Cream Parlor disaster. I I don't know what this... I hope this doesn't have anything too graphic in it, actually. Hold on. Okay. For a second, I thought that was blood. Alright, hold on. Let me... is that dead body? No. Okay, okay. I think we're good. Let's try this. This looks interesting. The... Farrell's Ice Cream Parlor Disaster. A short documentary, fascinating horror. I'm gonna mute myself just because there's fans on, so even if I talked, it'd be all windy.
On the 24th of September, 1972, the Golden West Sport Aviation Air Show was in full swing at Sacramento Executive Airport in Sacramento, California. Thousands of aviation enthusiasts had gathered to see aircraft, including military and experimental models, exhibited on the ground. The show came to an abrupt halt, however, when one aircraft, leaving the show, failed to take off at the end of the runway, and instead ploughed through a fence, across a road, and directly into a crowded ice cream parlour. Farrell's was a chain of ice cream parlours founded in Portland, Oregon in 1963. At its peak, there were 120 outlets across the United States. Shops were known for their lively atmosphere. Staff would sing songs and give children free ice cream on their birthdays, and every venue had a self-playing piano, along with several other instruments which could be wheeled out to add to the raucous fun. The biggest sundaes on offer were delivered on stretchers borne by multiple servers. A joke menu offered to visitors who were worried about eating too much ice cream declared that everything worth eating has calories, and advised consuming a glass of steam so that they would have something to blow off. This lively atmosphere made the chain a hit with families, and so it expanded throughout the 1960s. In 1969, a Farrell's was added to the Crossroads shopping mall in Sacramento. One small objection was raised. A sign for the parlour was slightly too tall, breaking the recommended height limit for the location. The height limit existed because the mall was across the road and directly in line with a runway for Sacramento Executive Airport. However, this objection didn't amount to anything. Those in charge concluded that since the mall itself already broke the height limit and it hadn't caused any problems, the sign would present no additional hazard. For several years, the Farrell's...
Wait, you can't hear it? You should be able to. I can boost it, I guess.
at Crossroads operated without incident, until, on the 24th of September 1972, the Golden West Sport Aviation Air Show came to town. This popular show exhibited a number of military aircraft, including a privately owned Canadair Sabre Mark V. This fighter jet had done its time in the military, and had since been sold as surplus to a private owner, who used it as a promotional tool and regularly entered it in air shows. Richard Bingham, an experienced pilot with a history of flying many different kinds of jet, had been hired to pilot the plane on this occasion, and felt that he had mastered the controls after a few one-hour practice flights. At around 4:30 PM, with most of the air show over and done with, Bingham moved the plane into position, ready to take off for the flight back to its home base. When permission was granted for him to launch, Bingham trundled off down the runway, gathering speed. Witnesses report the plane wobbling uncertainly as it accelerated. One witness, just 12 years old at the time, knew instantly that it would not take off. But it seems that the pilot did not. The plane continued to gather speed before attempting to take flight at an impossibly steep angle. After rearing up from the tarmac only briefly, it slammed back to the ground, ploughed off the end of the runway, and tore through a chain-link fence. Now, completely out of control, the aircraft cut across a highway, slamming into and destroying a passing car in the process. Fuel tanks on the wings ruptured, creating massive fireballs. It cut a swathe through the car park outside the Crossroads shopping centre and then, still at high speed, slammed directly into Farrell's ice cream parlor. The result was instant carnage. Fire from the remaining fuel consumed the property, which contained around 100 people at the time. Walls collapsed, glass shattered,
That's a lot of people.
and detritus from the plane cut through the crowded venue. In the immediate aftermath of the accident, many people rushed across from the airshow to the site of the crash to try and help. Among these were Mr. and Mrs. Irwin, a couple in their 60s who believed, incorrectly, that their grandchildren were at the Crossroads Mall. As they rushed across the road to look for the children, they were hit by a truck, and Mrs. Irwin was killed.
Bro, how do you fuck that up? Okay. That's okay, sure.
Unusually for a disaster of this magnitude, the pilot survived. Richard Bingham was pulled from the wreckage with multiple broken bones, conscious but distraught. As he was carried away, he apologized profusely and begged his rescuers to help get victims out of the wreckage. Rescuers descended on what was left of the parlor. Pickup and fire trucks from the airport were on location almost instantly, with at least one truck deliberately crashing through the airport fence in order to take the most direct possible route to the accident site. Though many were pulled from the wreckage with severe burns, many more were beyond saving. The final death toll was 22, with a further 28 injured.
That's bad.
Within this statistic are a series of terrible stories. Kerry Frances McCluskey, then just 4 years old, lost her twin sister. Another family lost 9 of its members in the crash.
9? Out of how many? Also, even just through the career, that's a whole family just
Lost
all
9
these
of
Martins.
its members in the crash, leaving just one survivor.
Oh, one survivor.
An 8-year-old child who had, at a
Oh.
stroke, lost 2 parents, 2 grandparents,
Oh my
3
god.
siblings, and 2 cousins. An investigation would reveal that the incident was down, ultimately, to a combination of pilot error and poor planning. Bingham
Oh.
had tried to take off at much too steep an angle, which had meant that he never took off at all. Indeed, he'd tried to pull the aircraft up at an angle 3 times greater than that which he should have done.
Ew.
While he was inexperienced in the Sabre, it wasn't entirely his fault.
Okay.
Investigators found that the layout of the area around the runway contributed to the accident. It
Interesting.
was unusually crowded, with trees, buildings, and water towers looming around the end of an already unusually short runway. This crowded field of view was what had caused Bingham to try and get airborne so quickly. While Bingham's actions had, in a direct sense, caused the disaster, these dangerous conditions had been building for years. Permission had been given for obstructions that were too tall to be built too close to the end of the runway, often using the justification that the obstructions already there hadn't yet caused any problems.
That's not how that
Exceptions
works.
were made not just in terms of zoning, but for the aircraft itself. Sacramento Executive Airport wasn't a fit place for a military jet to take off from, but the Sabre was allowed to do so for the benefit of the air show. Bingham had been signed off to fly it despite almost no experience.
That's
Again,
true.
in exception to guidelines that should have been considered mandatory. Following the accident, loopholes were closed. No more could military aircraft, even privately owned ones, fly over densely populated areas without special permission.
Yikes.
No longer would a pilot with little experience in a given aircraft be permitted to fly it, even on a one-off basis, without oversight. And no longer would exceptions be made to the recommended height limits for installations directly outside airports. Times have changed since 1972.
I would
The
hope.
zoning of the area around Sacramento Executive Airport is now strictly controlled. Farrell's has now gone out of business, with the last of its parlours closing in 2019.
Rip.
Richard Bingham, the pilot, never flew again.
The
The Golden West Sports
That is not too surprising. He must feel so bad.
Aviation Air Show no longer exists.
Yeah.
But many other air shows are attended by thousands each year. The Crossroads Mall became Freeport Square Shopping Centre. A memorial now stands at the exact spot where the front door of Farrell's once was. 2 plaques are inscribed with the names of those who perished.
R.I.P.
In addition to this marker, there is also a living memorial to the disaster, the Firefighters Burn Institute. For years before the crash,
That was weird that he started at the bottom and then scrolled up.
Firefighters in Sacramento had been campaigning for the city to address the lack of burn treatment facilities in the area, but their appeals were ignored, at least until the crash dramatically highlighted the need for better provision. The institute was founded the very next year. To this day, it provides specialist care and rehabilitation for burn victims.
Alright. I'm gonna go pee. Okay, I'm gonna go pee. I'm gonna leave you with some music at least, though. And then we'll probably do some mail time, maybe a roll or two, and then eventually resume farming, alright? So I'll be back in a moment. Jam out or whatever. That's a good song. That's a good song. You know what else is a good song, though? This one.
Yep, come on. Here's the mail, it never fails. It makes me wanna wag my tail.
When it comes, I wanna well mail. It's Pepe Jam? Yeah. Pepe Jam is the one you were looking for. Okay, mail time. That's right, mail time emote. So, we go to what's expiring soonest. See what's expiring within the next week. Only these 25 stones. So boom, grab those. We outie. There you go. But our mail is full, and we're gonna be looking to do the free rolls anyway. So now we're just gonna go to the front of the queue here, as if you will, and start grabbing some stuff here. Because apparently we're overfull. Oh hey, it's because this was because sent me a gift on the gift reset. So I said, oh thank you, like a good person should. Alright, let's do these 1 stoners. Let's do these 1 stoners.
Look away from the screen. Seconds.
Have you guys done your free roll yet, by the way? Did anyone get anything good? And what am I looking to have? Because I'm not particularly Well, I guess the other thing is, is there gonna be free rainbow things in the mail at all? Or is that, or do I actually have to farm for all of them? That's the other thing to consider, I guess. You never get good things. Feels bad. So there's one free roll. Good on free roll, lol. Alright, fair enough. Oh, so we do get stuff in the mail. Nice, okay. Nice, that's good. That's good, we got some of that. And then we get a second roll. Nice. Crown? Top 10%. Oh yeah, I did get a crown. I mean, of course I got a crown. Of course I got a crown. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. 1 stone. Tamadra. Spirit Jewel, let's pull. Fair enough. Fair enough. Get this stuff. This is from doing the Valkyrie stuff, I think. Yeah. Okay. So that means we should be relatively clean soon here. What is this from? Oh, the Fagin training, we get stuff. That's kind of annoying. Alright. So there was a handful of those. Makes sense to have them have rewards though, because they're for new players anyway, so new players probably need that. So, alright. Look guys, I'm doing polls. Easy. Hey, it's a Guilty Gear song. Didn't that new Guilty Gear game come out too? Strive or something? Something like that. Is this the last one? VDP? No, L and then VDP, I think. Flampy. You've been playing a lot of Strive? Cool. How is it? I've been on the edge of the conversation, like paying the very littlest amount of attention. Not a ton, but I know what I do know is that it's more geared towards newer players, so it's supposedly easier in some ways. But Guilty Gear games, I think, historically are crazy hard, so it's probably still pretty hard. Hard but fun, yeah, I would imagine. I would imagine that to be true. Okay. Let's do one of these, shall we? What, do you have like a main character you use yet, or are you still, you know, swimming around? You're not too good at 2D fighting games, though. I don't think I am, but I mean, I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt I am. I don't know if I would be better than the average person or not, but I certainly would not be better than a good person. I can say that with confidence. Amelia. Yes, it's just how it happens. My main character is one of the worst. That does tend to happen, doesn't it? Alright, so this is, if you're wondering what I'm doing, just sitting here looking at this screen, I am opening up the spreadsheet, getting towards the latest day. Fate Stay Night Free Roll 1. Okay. So what do I want in this? I mean, I know Saber is in it, right? The machine took so many of your stones, didn't get a single Saber. So what you're saying is that if I roll and get a Saber now... Oh, it's gold. Never mind. And that's what you're saying, you'll unfollow. I'm safe, I'm safe. So this is Servant Caster. Dupe, meh. Weapon, I guess. Blue Dragon chillin'. Damn, not a devil? Oh, no, never mind. I thought this was a devil killer as well, but it's not. Void attribute for 2 turns. 10 cooldown, that's not that bad. Okay, what about the weapon? Okay, a balance killer. Maybe that could be randomly useful at some point. It's not the worst weapon. That can be useful. Okay, it's not the worst dupe. That's not bad, that's not bad. But I don't really remember what's in here, so I need to open this up. Where were we? Here? Okay, so what do I have in here? I have Servant Caster, Servant Rider. I think I have this lady. I think I have one of these. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have one of those. I definitely have this guy. Oh, wait, do I have this guy? No, I don't know if I do. I definitely have a couple Servant Lancers. I have a Shinji, I have an Archer. What up, Cookie? Welcome back. How was dinner? Why couldn't you eat it while watching? Were you eating with the fam? So I have Archer, Shinji, multiple Lancers, one of these ladies. I have a Rider, I have 2 Casters, and then I don't have anything else. So, yeah. What this looks new, right? This is the new one that they added. Two times attack, 8. Half damage, adds 2 combos, inflicts blah 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 when 5 attack. That seems pretty damn good. You've done 25 rolls, have 2 6 stars. Dinner was okay, fam wanted to eat with you. Just got home a few days ago. Oh, nice. That's good. Weapon. Wow. 4 turns of attribute absorption is a lot. Is this must be the new form, right? Glorified Anubis equip. This is new form, yeah. 4 times attack, 2.3 for dark, 4.7. You were gone, you were trying your hand at flirting with someone and it didn't go well. Oof. New form? This is the new form, right? This is what I'm supposed to be hype about? Yeah, no shield on that was kind of stood out. Feels like everything has shields now. 2 times for dark, 7 times attack with 8, reduced damage and adds 4 combos? Adds 4 combos? That's stupid. You could get added 8 combos if you have a friend one? That's crazy. And 3 turn board refresh? Halves RCV, I guess, but Everyone's getting it. Wow. Wow. Are any of these other things worth looking at? Or should I just assume that Saber's the best and move on with my life? Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna roll this. I'm not gonna roll this besides free rolls. I was just looking to see what was the hype. What do you mean you don't like Sakura? I still think this was the one of the best exchange monsters we ever got. Well, it definitely was for one of the best ones at its time when it first came out, that's for sure. It was because it was one of the first things that was like easily to get that had tape res, and the unbind was good with a time extend. It was like a pretty solid all-around thing when it first came around. Oh yeah, I knew you didn't mean this one, but this one holds a special place for me. Personally. Let's do this. Let's do this. You like that crunch? Okay, almost have enough. Almost have enough for the next one. Delete that. Should I do the next roll? Or should I do a bit more farming? Oh shit, my water's empty. Alright, let me go fill that first at least. Stalling Andy. It's gonna be a gold anyway. Probably true. Probably true and accurate. Yeah, you're right. Let's just do it. Anyone that would leave because I've done the second free roll is gonna leave anyway once a better streamer cuts on. So let's just do it. Okay, so this is free roll 2 Fate Stay Night thingy thing. Got it. Damn. Don't be a dupe. It's a dupe! Damn. I don't even know what his equip does. That is not that great of an equip. I mean, I guess it does a big hand, and that is like, it's not the worst, but it's certainly not exciting. Shin G Matau. Dupe. Also meh. Weapon is also additionally. Yeah, not so exciting. Not so exciting. Wait, is the equip skill different? Yeah, it is, right? Yeah. This skill actually, I remember I used to use this a lot with Toby, I want to say. There was some dungeon that we were farming where he had me put this on my Anubis, because there was some floor where he needed to lock the board immediately after doing a board change or something, because there were spinners and that was the way to get around it at the time or whatever. I don't know. Point is, we didn't get anything good, and now We're just sad. Now we're sad, and we can all talk about how we're sad because we didn't get any good rolls. Myself and you. Poor Ruby. Poor Ruby Panda. And it's raining outside. I'm supposed to bring the... Usually I bring the trash out on Mondays for Tuesday. But it's been raining all day, so I haven't done that. And it's supposed to keep raining, so I don't know when I'm gonna do that. You got Kirei EQ, so you're big chilling. Which one is that? Which one is that? Oh, Cameron just went weird. I feel like I'm out of focus again. But I think it's because of the lighting. I think the lighting's freaking it out. Oh no, I just was out of focus. Nice. Nice. Autofocus failing. Yeah, is there any other big things happening this week? I feel like most of the companies did their E3 stuff this past weekend. I don't know if there's any other big ones happening besides Nintendo tomorrow. So I don't know if there's anything else like that. Posture check? I'm standing up. Posture, I think, is relatively okay. My shoulders are down. They're fairly back. The only thing is I do have to tilt the head down, but I don't have to tilt the head down when I'm doing button farming, because I can use the mouse for the button farming, so that's fair. What's still a good reminder, even for the chat, posture check. Posture check. You know? Posture check, posture check. Sonic Mania music. We started Donkey Kong Country 3 yesterday. That's been pretty cool so far. I can't tell how far I'm in the game. I can't tell if I'm in another world or not, but I've beaten 2 bosses, or what seem like bosses, so I don't know what that means, but it was so long ago that I played the first one, so I'm not sure. I would imagine that the first one is better than the third one so far. The first one was just so good. 1:13 a.m. So you're in Europe. You're in England? UK? That kind of range? Right? Denmark. Yeah. Actually, yeah, because that's 6 hours. If it was 5, I think that would be more UK than Denmark. Makes sense. Denmark's further. So an extra hour. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. UK is 1 hour behind, yeah. I always know that UK is like 5 hours. I've gotten used to, over the past however many years of, you know, doing gaming things and having some Euro acquaintances, that I've gotten used to doing the 5-hour change, though I think at some point during the year it's not 5? I could be messing with myself there, but I feel like when we do our time change, maybe that doesn't line up, and then there's a potential where it's not 5 anymore, but I don't remember. I just assume it's 5 from me to UK. So it makes sense that Denmark, a little bit further, is 6 hours. Makes sense to me. Yeah, 'cause that's what I mean, because of daylight savings. Which, I hate daylight saving. Well, one of the other things about daylight savings is if you say you hate daylight savings, it could mean two different things. Because for some people, they just mean in general doing the changing of the time they hate, which is fair. But additionally, a lot of the time when people say they hate daylight savings, they would rather it be in the whatever of the two choices. Usually the one that most people prefer is the one that is actually when we save the daylight. So it can be confusing even for that discussion alone. Which is, that's like a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing. Spring forward, fall back. I'm hoping that what I'm doing is fairly efficient, because it'd be kind of... Doing this is definitely easier than actually trying to do... And yeah, more of the story time is whack. Time zones are also whack. If you are in the business of doing programming, do whatever you can to avoid having to deal with time zones, is my suggestion to you. Time zones are awful to deal with. Because, not just because of, you know, places being different, but also daylight savings, and then also the way that people choose to represent time zones. I had to deal with a whole time zone saga at one point, because I don't even know how I can explain this to you. Okay, so imagine okay, so what is daylight savings? Okay, so daylight savings is, so in the spring and in the fall, at a certain day, I don't never remember what day it is, but in the fall, in autumn, if you know what fall is, the autumnal season, at some point during there, on a certain day, at like 1 a.m. or something, or 3 a.m. on one day, the clocks go back an hour. So when it was 1 a.m., it goes back to midnight. And then in the spring, at some point, you go forward an hour. And it's really, yeah, it's really silly. It's really dumb. I remember at the job I used to have, I remember it wasn't like an argument, but it was more of, it was when one of the time zone changes happened, and I was talking to someone about it, and they were like, oh, I liked when it changes to whatever the one it was then. And it was the one that I didn't like. I don't remember which. But the point was basically that he was like, oh, I like how the sun is up at least when I'm driving to work now. Or so, he said something like that. And I was like, yeah, but you're going to work. Who cares? And also, what it means is that while you're at work, all the sun is happening then anyway. So when you get home, there's not going to be any sun anymore. So why the fuck do you care about that? You would rather, when you get to have your own free time and get home, that is when you want the sun to be out. So you can do things. And, you know, that was the, I'm paraphrasing, of course, and shortening the discussion, but that was basically the idea of the discussion. And by the end of it, he was like, huh, yeah, you got a point there. I was like, yeah, of course I do. Who cares about having the sun out when you're driving to work at stupid o'clock in the morning or whatever, as opposed to when you actually get to live your life after. You would want the sun to be out then. And I still think I feel that way. I think I don't care about the sun being out. Like this, I don't care about the sun being out in the morning until 8 or 9 or whatever. If that is what happens. Who cares about having the sun out when all you do is being cooped up in your room playing video games? Not wrong. Except I go outside. Well, today was raining the whole day, but the sort of reasoning, or the way that I was able to easily think about this topic in the first place is the fact that I run often. So the sun is important to me. Because particularly in the winter is when it's most important, because there's less daylight in that and during that part of the year anyway. So the sun being out later in the day after the work day, so that way I can run while there's sunlight out and it is safer to run, makes a big difference. And warmer by the sun being out. Slightly warmer because it is winter during that time, but still it makes a big difference. So in my mind it was kind of, yeah, that's kind of how I've always thought about it. It's just I don't really care that the sun is up at whatever 7 o'clock or something, because we turn the clock back in the winter. That really does not do any value for anyone. Because in the morning, it's not like if you have to be up early in the morning anyway for work or something, it really doesn't make too much of a difference if it's pretty dark versus if it's sunny at the very beginning of the day. But yeah, I don't need to keep repeating the point I've already made, I think, because I was just basically about to say the same thing again about how it's more valuable to have it later in the day to extend things. With Denmark, are you in like lower, like more southern, or are you more northern? Because in the northern areas, you guys have the near permanent or permanent darkness / sun for certain parts of the year, right? Oh yeah, you said Denmark. Right, that makes sense. Okay, and you know, you're more southern than I was thinking. I was thinking like higher up in the, I mean Denmark is Denmark, but in that area, like whenever I think of that area, I think of like still further up. But yeah, Denmark's actually not as northern as my brain always wants to tell me. Yeah, for some reason, whenever I think of Denmark, I think of like, oh, it's like, you know, up there with Norway and Sweden. Because you are near there, right? You're near it, but you're not like up there. You're just next to them, but you're not like actually physically in the same latitude. But that's what my brain always does that for Denmark. Yeah. Because the northern Norway and northern Sweden and Finland, they have that stuff where there's like the near permanent darkness and sunlight during certain parts of the year, which that must be that's a unique experience, I would imagine. That makes things tough. So here's the thing. We have half an hour until Stam resets, or until ads come back up. And I think I'll run through the rest of this Stam pretty quick. You haven't watched your first ad? Yeah, you better do that. Better do that. Ooh, this is 5, right? Aw, shit. Definitely don't need a third one, but I'm getting it. I'm gonna get both, I would think, anyway, so. Yeah, make sure to watch your ads, boys and girls and others. Brain, what was I gonna do, Brain? I was gonna do something. Oh, this song's a fire. You ready for this?
We're very pleased to meet you, senors and senoritas too. The animals we feature, you know would never eat you. We sing so very sweet to you. Welcome to the zoo, with the kangaroos, and the tigers too, Welcome to the zoo. So show them subway lions, come in and see our client. Do not be the giant.
Bars.
You'll learn about the lions in advertising tie-ins, and maybe learn some science back. Welcome to the
Zoo.
with the kangaroo.
All right. This is what we were gonna do.
Welcome to the zoo. Welcome to the zoo. With the kangaroos, and the tigers too. Welcome to the zoo.
I'm gonna do this one.
We do very creatures, we're very pleased to meet yous. I haven't written this verse yet, but I will write it, and it will sound much better than when we had a wet. Welcome to the zoo, with the kangaroos,
Ooh.
and the tigers.
Do I have? I think I do have one of these actually. I have two of them. Fuck. Damn. I got a nut already. So that's a third dupe. Wow. Oh well. Does she have an equip? No. I remember I had to make this for a ranking or something, I think. Right? There was some ranking where this was a recommended thingy. I think that's why I have this reincarnated one. Yeah, that must be why. It must have been something like that. Okay, that was a little disappointing. That wasn't too exciting. What's in here? In here is 5. All right, we'll hold off on that because we already did the 2 fate rolls. So let's do some more farming then, and we'll reconsider. We'll see what happens. I may do another one. You're doing A2. What team are you using? I know you said that a couple minutes ago, but I was on my own rant. The weapon that is on this Vritra is a Celine hat. And then what is on Varroa is a Lubu. Welcome to Lubu. Welcome to Lubu. All right. So for Wednesday, I think the plan right now is to continue with Donkey Kong Country 3. You're using Nautilus, X Freya, and swiped G with Guile. Cool. I actually have Guile, but I have not done anything with him yet. I'm not sure what are the premier subs for Guile. I imagine people are gonna say just put green things in it, forehead, but I'm curious if there's actual like premier go-to subs for him or not. Tomorrow, I would think that there's usually on Tuesdays and Thursdays, at least lately, I've been doing like mini 1-hour streams from like 8 to 9 because I'll work on a YouTube video for during the early evening and then been doing these streams. But I think for tomorrow and Thursday, I think at least tomorrow I would expect that I won't do a mini stream because I have to do, I'm in a tournament of something and I have to do those, so I think I'll have to do them Tuesday and Thursday because I can't do them Monday, Wednesday, Friday because that's stream days. Always depends on the dungeon. Generally you want to pair with Nadeko and have your own Nadeko. Damn, I don't have a Nadeko, but that would make sense. Yeah, because that way you have a bunch of greens. Nadeko, Salika, Salissa, Gerode. I don't recognize Salika or Gerode. Are those REM things? You're Nadeko, Salisa, and some other ones in Gerode. 10 out of 10. Yes, I'm so bad. Salissa? Salika? Silica? No, silica are those little packets that you put in stuff to help with humidity. Gerode. Salika. Silica tablets. Salika. Yeah. Sa-li-ka. Ka. You know what someone... Oh. I just had like a brain blast, except it's not really that big of a brain blast. Someone should... Yeah, Salika. Someone should make a like Poke Rap style version for Puzzle and Dragons. Obviously you can't do all monsters, but just like choose, you know, some popular ones. Someone could definitely do that. Maybe someone has already done that. Has someone already done that? Do I need to do that? It could be done. It could be done. The toughest part would be choosing... I think you would want to... I think you would want to exclude collab cards for the most part and just stick with sort of regular cards, because I don't know. Is it weird that I would suggest that to be the case, that you wouldn't want to use collab cards? Because it just feels like you would want to use the cards that are only available in the game, because it's like that way it's like more solely targeting the game. Unless the only way that I think I would allow, or you know, would do a section with collab cards is if you did a whole segment just using collab cards, right? Then that would make sense, I think. Then that would be pretty fire. Then that would be pretty sweet. Okay. Alright, let's check how much we have now. I think we'll have at least another rainbow. Or what are they? They're not rainbows, they're game pieces. They're rainbows. We all know what we mean when we say rainbows. Reading rainbow. So I only have one. What is this? Oh, is this because I got a crown? I mean, you know. You know. Just a crown. Just, you know, no big deal. I mean, it's just a crown. It's, what is that, 19? 18? 18. Oh, because this one doesn't count as a crown, right? Because that's default. Because when I was counting it, I was like, oh, 666, that's, and then 1, that's 19. But this is default, you get that for free, so it's really 18. Yeah. Okay, okay. Oh, you don't want to need to check? What are we at? Okay, so I have 55 days until 3,000. So that's 55 days from now. 55 days from now is a Sunday. Sunday, August 8th. Sunday, August 8th. So I was thinking I should try to do something special for my 3,000th day. I don't know exactly what I want to do yet, but I figure I should do something. It's a Sunday. The question is, would I want to just do it on the Sunday or just do it the next day, because Mondays are my stream days anyway. My PaD stream days anyway. Cumulative login 495. Sunday. 3K and only 5 stones. 420, 69. Oh, not quite. What kind of stuff would be interesting to... I was thinking it could be funny, not funny, it could be interesting to go through my whole box kind of in chronological order and talk about how the game, well, once you get past that stuff and you start here, like how my journey through the game went. I think I would need to almost prep that though, so that I can have more time to remember stuff. Maybe almost do like a I guess like a PowerPoint almost to help me with bullet points along the way, and then refer to my box as well. I don't know if that would be boring or not, but it could be interesting to talk about. It would take a lot of work to do that, but so could do that. I could make a new Guess Who board for Puzzle and Dragons. For those of you that don't know about that, what's the easy? I did do Puzzle and Dragons Guess Who with chat at one point. So I could make a new board of that. That could be a thing I could do. And then what else have I done for activity wise? I've done like MS Paint Pictionary, where I start drawing something in MS Paint and then chat guesses what I'm drawing. That's a PaD character, but this is the Guess Who one. So then, yeah, so I'd done that. I could make a new board and have it be a little bit better. Or spend 2k stones, but what if there's nothing good to spend it on at that time? Then that would be kind of lame. No? Oh, I need to favorite this. Oof. Okay. Excuse me, there's nothing good here, right? Evo. I'll do 10 of these, just because, my PAL thing will get filled up pretty quick anyway, so. I definitely would not frivolously spend stones just because. That doesn't make sense. Never know, there might be a collab. Yeah, I'm not saying I would never do that. I mean, I think it would be pretty hard for there to be something that I would spend 2,000 stones on at once. I think that would be very hard to convince me of. But definitely 100 or 200 is not unheard of. I have done that before, for sure. 4290 stones. Just updating the spreadsheet. Question: is the only reason to do this for SDRs, or is there anything else in here that makes this worth doing? As far as I know, it's just the SDRs, right? Just for the SDRs? Okay. So probably not gonna be doing that, at least. Well, I guess the plan would be farm, fate, until I'm done getting the exchange stuff. I think I only care about getting servant, and then I don't really care about these. I have a gazillion of these things. Yeah. Yeah. Well, 88 is not that much, but you don't use those that often. So, and then I have plenty of jewels. So I think we're good there. 300 STR salt. I am very picky about using my Latins. I'm very picky. I almost never do it unless I'm required to do a certain dungeon. So then also I also did a lot of pre-draws during exploration dungeon when I didn't have the time to actually do the exploration dungeon where you can get the Quillen dragon or Shahihi dragon drops. I was doing the 25 stamp pre-draws, so I actually stacked up. I stacked up real good for a lot of these, which is nice. So I'm looking pretty nice. I remember there was a point in time where there was a ranking. It was one of the earlier rankings where people needed Evo mat killers, and I almost didn't. I got down to 1, I think, because of it. That was a long time ago, though. What is this one? Oh, roulette recovery. Fusion. How does this thing work again? Cause of roulette recovery. Is that when you have to do a row of hearts? I think that's what that is, right? And then same for, yeah, these things are all rows of hearts, I think. Yeah, that sounds right. I think. Where these just block it straight up. The Skyfall things. This is... You need the 5... You need the... yeah. And then this is... This is you get 5 color or something, and then this is... Okay. Yeah. It's more likely to appear. I haven't looked in here in a while. I don't even remember what these things are. Recovers 8% HP. That seems not very good. What is the... Okay, whatever. For collecting purposes? Hey, 2,000 days, though. Let's go. Oh, shit. Does that... Is there a 3... There must be a 3,000 days one, right? Not the leader res and max damage increase. I don't have the max damage one. What's the leader res one? You mean this one? Leader change resistant? Yeah, leader change resistant, you don't have to do anything. How does the max damage increase thing work exactly? It just like goes... It just like lets you do more? That seems like how? Because you already can damage cap, right? So that lets you like damage cap twice or something? Or in a way it's almost gatekeeping everyone from doing more damage. It increased up to 4 billion. Hey, you know how I talked about how the YouTube playlist shuffle system is broken? Yeah, it is broken. Occasionally, it will just start to loop through the same like 5 to 10 songs, no matter what you do, unless you refresh, unless you hard refresh the browser. And even then, sometimes that does not work. I don't remember if we've heard this or not, but at least it's not the zoo song. Okay, so we have 15 minutes until Stam refresh, and it's been about an hour anyway. So we'll do a quick stretch break now, which may disappoint some of you, but look, there isn't much to do for about 10 minutes anyway, so I might as well bring up a YouTube video for you to watch, and then I'll stretch. So let me find something good. Let me go to the subreddit. This is E3 stuff. That is too long of a video. This is E3 stuff. We just saw this. Boom, boom, nothing there. E3 stuff. We could talk about E3 stuff, but whatever. Oh. This is unrelated, but wish I could just get a cup of that crunchy stuff on top of yogurt parfaits. I'm about to make your whole year. Explain. Granola. Can I get in bulk? Yes, it's usually sold as a cereal in big boxes. It should be in the cereal aisle. Grabola. How does that happen? How do you not know that what granola is? How does that happen? Anyway, let's check this one out. Oh yeah, this is today's PIL. There's a bunch of videos in here. All right, let's go with... Oh yeah, I actually don't care too much about Halo anymore. I mean, I never did anyway because I didn't have Xbox, but this is apparently a peek at the Halo Infinite stuff, which may or may not be interesting. I don't know, we'll see. I can cut it off if it's no good. We'll find out. Multiplayer overview.
Just the feeling of like being in a firefight and hearing the click of the gun, throwing it down, grabbing one off the wall.
My gunner's upside down and he's like laying in. I see kill assist, kill assist, kill assist.
Any pistol across any of the games. Whatever gun allows me to feel the most like John Wick, I am there.
And remember how excited I was with like this big combat with vehicles going all over the place.
Halo means something different for everyone, right? I think that's what makes Halo great.
What is Halo multiplayer? And for me, it boils down to this tight arena style combat and big team battle, this wide open vehicle infused kind of combat. We're taking that awesome legacy or classic Halo combat experience and modernizing it in ways that'll feel fresh to old players and really exciting to new players. We're gonna give you great ways to customize your Spartan, really make your super soldier your own, and we're kicking off a journey, an experience that's gonna evolve month to month, season to season, year after year.
For me, working through this multiplayer of this game, and the toughest challenge I think was really about how do we respect the legacy of what came before us, but still build something that feels new.
We've tried to bring all these elements of legacy and really inject them into Halo Infinite, not just like in a way where you kind of won't notice it, where you feel like, oh, they really designed this to be a celebration of previous Halo, as well as an iteration of where Halo can go next. The vision of Arena was all about a tight experience. It was all about being fair. It was all about earning everything on the map, earning everything, every kill you get.
Going back to like what is the core foundation of what made the great Halo multiplayer arena matches great. Halo, it's really about fair and balanced starts, so everybody's on equal footing when they come off the rip. And then once they start running around, it's about scavenging, it's about finding new toys and kind of developing your playstyle as you run through the match.
What makes Halo feel like Halo?
I am not convinced so far.
The answer to that question is the sandbox. Like, the sandbox is Halo.
When we set out to look at Halo Infinite from a high level and the direction of what it is, there's lots of exciting things there because we really wanted to push what are the things that are true to Halo, but what are the things that fans haven't seen yet.
Equipment is back, but equipment is kind of has a bigger voice than ever before. We ask questions to ourselves of if you could go after a power weapon to get a bunch of kills, would you do that, or could you go and get grappled to make sure that you swing yourself to the other side of a map to back cap a stronghold? We saw it as like another avenue of not just skill expression, but tactics for teams to coordinate around.
The exciting combinatory nature of you know, this toy plus this toy and how those interact with objectives is super amazing.
Looking at how the power-ups play, like your classic power-ups like the overshield and the active camouflage.
Jesus.
For this title, what we're looking at, what we're excited for, is you pick that up and you choose when you activate it. It goes into your inventory. If you haven't used it and someone kills you in multiplayer, you drop that overshield and then they could take it, use it for themselves. That to me is very legacy, but we took the equipment side of it and modernized it. When it comes to the vehicles, we went in and decided to invest
It's just so weird to me that these, like, these fucking companies. I get that they have to do it in terms of like trying to hype up the game, but it's like, we're trying to reinvent and make things new and blah blah blah, and it's like, you can pick up an equipment that your opponent drops when they die. Yeah, which has, you know, been in games for like 20 years. That's like not a new concept. Which is fine. The reason it's not new is because it's good, but still.
a lot in the systems. When I take damage in my Warthog, my wheels can get blown off, my hood can get blown off. There's different aspects of the vehicle that change how my vehicle handles now. And that's something
that's been in GTA for a long time.
Doomsday mechanic. So when you hit this threshold, the vehicle catches fire, and it's very much, you've got a certain amount of health or a certain amount of time, and you gotta choose what you want to do with the last minutes of this vehicle.
That's not
We've
new.
got a cousin to the Warthog, which is the Razorback.
The back has this, like,
Cars blow up when you shoot them. Oh no! This is crazy.
Turrets, power weapons, fusion coils, objectives, and that is what's really making the Razorback kick a lot of butt in MP and campaign.
The levels define pace for the game, how frantic it is, and they define that iconic fantasy for players as they're entering that match. What do they want to do? What type of experience are they hoping to have? What kind of combat, what kind of dance floor is there?
I'm not even a Halo person, but like still. One thing I will say is it looks clean. It looks clean, it looks fairly polished. So that, you know, props for that.
It's all about experiencing the full extent of the sandbox of Halo in just one match, right? Like you see the vehicles, the weapons, the equipment.
We really wanted to take that kind of concept, those feels you had, you know, playing the.
Oh my God, he just said feels.
And just turn the volume up. Vehicles are no
he
longer
said the
just
word
spawning at
feels.
bases anymore. We have Pelicans delivering them, and we have a commander in your ear telling you that Pelicans are going to be dropping off these vehicles.
Fuck, I just unplugged my thing.
We have Halo 2
I can't hear
style
anything.
Delta Halo mission weapon pods that fall from the sky to resupply the field.
That's where it makes it feel like a real battlefield, and it's very exciting.
Not actual
This is
gameplay.
not just
True.
more
It's
players. This is
no.
just
It
a
says
certain
pre-release at the bottom,
Beautiful slice of sci-fi chaos.
which means it is gameplay, but player expression. Oh, I can't wait for them to talk about how look at all the skins you can buy to express your gamerness.
Gameplay moments, your game modes, just like the way it was before. Personal AI is really a reflection and information for the player.
Personal AI, designation button.
So if a player grabs a flag, your personal AI is going to tell you to, you know, get that thing
Personal AI?
base and give you some like moment-to-moment updates.
Our team took the enemy flag.
What if we can let players choose their own AI, and each one of those are different voices, so that players can find the one that fits their personality and their mood the best?
They add the sense of like me as a
Personal AI. It's like it's a narrator, guys. It's the announcer. It's just the, you know, ultra kill. Like it's that guy.
Spartan being more important than
It is a nice, cool thing to customize.
Spartan, your Spartan.
That's a thing that's been in
You are
Dota
you
for a
inside
while,
of the Halo universe.
which is cool.
The body of customization content that
I don't know if there's been many console games that have done that. I know Dota has a lot of different narrator line act, like you can change it to a bunch of them. I think there's even a Rick and Morty one.
on day one ensures that there will be millions of customization combinations for Spartans. on
But
the
yeah,
battlefield.
skins.
That includes things like armor coatings, armor emblems, various armor effects, down to the individual armor pieces. So your shoulders, your gloves, your knee pads, your helmet, your visor, your helmet attachments.
The question is it from loot boxes?
There.
Is it loot
Vehicles
boxes?
have a huge pool of customizations too. We support customization in the game. Players can do the same thing on HaloWaypoint.com as well as the Halo Waypoint app.
The player also customizes the Spartan, the soldier inside the suit. We want the Spartan to represent the player as much as possible. They can change their body type and their voice as well as choose prosthetics for the first time.
Coatings offer us a unique opportunity to craft some hyper-polished looks and let you express yourselves in ways
I guess
you've
that's
never been
neat.
able to before. So we're coming
Does it affect their hitboxes if you choose a fat guy or a tall guy?
Player-first mentality. So what that means is that there's no random loot in this. There's no loot boxes. It's very important to us
No
that
loot
everyone
boxes.
understands exactly how they unlock customization content, and we have a variety of places where they can do that. First off is the Battle Pass.
The Halo Battle Pass will never...
I was like, oh, they're gonna let you like unlock things like how old games used to, and it was cool. And then he's like, Battle Pass, you have to pay.
Taken away from you. And what I mean by that is once you buy it, it's yours and does not expire. In future seasons, you can purchase old battle passes as well as the current battle pass and choose which battle pass to put your progression towards.
All of these rewards are single source, so you're never going to be confused about where things come from. If you can unlock something in the Battle Pass, we're not going to let any other players circumvent that by purchasing it out of the storefront.
A lot of our stuff is unlocked through...
Like in a way, this is kind of nice in terms of like they're not being, you know, gambling addict-y or like FOMO-y, because it says you'll be able to buy the previous game passes. So they deserve some credit.
Playing the game and only through playing the game.
They deserve some credit for that.
All customization is just cosmetic.
Every season will have its own theme and introduce new components, new looks, new gameplay for players, new opportunities to earn and collect cool rewards. We've seen the Samurai.
Ooh, Samurai.
That's one of our event armor cores, and that's going to be something that players can earn through gameplay for free.
Free to play.
That makes sense. Free to play.
Multiplayer part of the game, like that was a big goal because how do we have a way we can always bring players in, right? And they can, when we have a new update, they'll just dip their toes in if they even just want to see it.
Not only are we free to play, but we're free to play on PC as well as console. And what that means is we're able to get the biggest audience we've ever had. I mean, everybody gets to...
This has been the trend. A lot of free to play games. And the other thing around this idea, if you guys probably don't even care, but a lot of, you've noticed this trend, especially with, I guess, post Fortnite existing, a lot of new games have done this, and a lot of new games will continue to do this, that instead of games that probably should just be on PC, they will make it so that those games can also be on console, because that's a huge group of people that you're missing out on revenue from.
Play with no barriers.
Which is an annoying sentence to have to even say.
From one platform to the next.
Getting our game to be on PC and console at the same time is an amazing chance for us to really just kind of excite new players about the game.
And because of the fact that a lot of these games are doing this on PC, on console thing, especially if they do crossplay, which many of them do, then means that they're like, well, if we just have the console players use their controllers as is, they're gonna get fucking stomped. And then they give them aim assist to the point where it's basically, if you had the same level of aim assist on PC, even not on PC, it's basically hacks, some of them. If you've seen some of these aim assist, it is absurd how strong they are. Anyway, that's an entirely different rant that I'm not getting into. Because it's almost time to do the ad. I'm going to watch the ad while this finishes.
Some people have PCs and some people have consoles, and like, let them talk to each other, let them be friends.
No, I don't want to talk to those people in the game.
Why are you here?
To be a Spartan.
The Academy is a place that you can go with an MP to kind of on board into the
All
experience.
right, another
It's
minute, and
great
then I can
for
watch the
newer
stam
players
refresh.
who are still picking up the controls, and also people who want to warm up before they head into matchmaking. It's a series of experiences,
Free
both
to
a
play
tutorial
numbers.
to get started for the first time, weapon drills to practice with specific items, and also training mode.
That's
you
cool,
can
they have a
use
training
to
mode.
Just
That's actually
get
pretty good.
warm, explore the game as you want to.
As much as I've been ragging on stuff, a lot of it has been mostly about the industry overall, not necessarily this game. It's just made me think about it. But a
Players
lot of
who
the
are
stuff
new to
they've said
Halo,
here has
let's
actually been
help them
pretty
learn
good.
what this universe is about. Some of these
Certainly things I
characters, what are
disagree
they
with,
about?
but
and help them kind of know the vocabulary that people have been speaking for now almost 20 years, so that when they come in there, they don't feel like they're behind everyone else. They can kind of come in on an even footing.
I mean, I'm
they'll
super
definitely
jazzed
still
about
feel
bots.
behind,
I
but
think they're
sure.
awesome. Our goal with bots has been to have a variety of difficulties that kind of provide a good training partner for wherever you're at in the experience.
Partnering with our players on the road to launch and after launch is absolutely critical, right?
I mean, Halo's always been about the community conversation.
We want to make sure we hear our players, make changes where we can based on that feedback, make sure the game is ready for launch, and then even beyond launch.
What I'm genuinely excited about is taking the game out of our hands and putting it into the community's hands. You know, whether it's seeing what people make in Forge or the
See, this is
content
a
that
PaD
they're able to
stream.
create with theater, watching streamers go after the game.
To get involved, you go
This
to
is a PaD stream.
HaloInsider.com, put in your info with your gamer tag, and we should be able to reach out to you if we want to invite you to a Halo Infinite flight.
We feel like we've got a pretty good selection at launch and what's going to be there for our fans. And this isn't going to be something that is just a static set of items. We have some new stuff in the works already, and just can't wait to really get into
I'm just
that
letting the
as
video
soon
finish,
as
and then I'm
game
gonna
comes out.
continue. I'm gonna
Maps,
switch
new
back to the
modes,
normal
new ways
screen.
to customize your Spartan. Launch is just the beginning. Now we're just going to be able to talk, interact more frequently, and that's just going to be great. That is the future of Halo Infinite multiplayer.
Thank you to the community for all their feedback over the years so
Okay.
far, and I'm looking forward to the road
Blah
to
blah
launch,
blah.
launch
Halo's so
itself,
great.
and beyond.
All right, let's move on. So that was Halo Infinite. I will say that, like I mentioned, the stuff about the battle pass and whatnot did seem less less corporate greedy evil than other games, which is a backhanded compliment, but it is a compliment of some kind, I guess. Are most people farming this the way that I'm farming it, or are people doing 3P or co-op? Ooh, a gold, nice. I'm surprised Toby isn't here. He must be, something must be going on. Toby hasn't missed a PaD stream in a long time. Toby hasn't missed a PaD stream in a long time. But yeah, today's been a little bit of a, chill. Should have used actors to explain. It's just been that kind of day. Though at the very beginning of the stream, I did do all the Valkyrie challenges, the Fate challenge, we did the S rank, we did there was some other challenge thing that I did, some solo challenge thing. I don't remember what it was called though. Mia Toby, yeah, he's Mia. Hopefully he's alright. I mean, there's no reason to assume he isn't, but might as well hope that he is. But yeah, the stam refresh, box refresh just happened, so if you want to do those, you can do them. How have you been, Gunzel? It's been a little bit. Not a crazy amount, but it's been a little bit. A wee bit. Since we've last chatted. I will admit, Gunzel, whenever I see your name, whether it's in my friends list or not, I always think about when I brought up the Guess Who thing for the first time, and you were like, okay, this is sweet. Or you said something like that. And I always think of that when when I see your name. I was like, yeah. When Gunzel recognized the Guess Who game. Oh, hello. You're doing alright, busy with work, still working from home, might return in September. Oh, return to the office in September? Do you do, I guess, if you're working from home, you must have to be doing stuff on the computer, I would assume, right? So, have they given you and your coworkers a survey to try to fill out about, like, oh, a hybrid situation, or even, or whatever, or has just people just came in and been like, yeah, you're going back in September. I want butts in seats because that makes sense. When obviously it doesn't. They said it's going to be mixed. Yeah, I feel like literally everywhere is just like, it's gonna be mixed. And then like 75% of those are gonna be peer pressuring people to come in as much as possible. Which I've been told that also we will be hybrid. But honestly, so if I had to choose, I would probably say basically almost never. But if I had to give some amount that I would go in, I would be like once a month. I would say like once a month. I'll do that. Once a month is good enough for me. I don't care to see you guys that much, to be honest. I would be fine with once a month in the office. Once a week, I wouldn't be happy about it, but I would probably be willing to do it. 2 days, I'm like not happy about it, and then 3 days, I think I'm gonna look for a different job. Depends on what kind of work you do and how often. Yeah, for sure. Now, the reason I say this is because of the location of the new place that I work is like in Boston. Why the fuck would I want to commute into Boston? It's specifically why the job that I had before this one was not in Boston, but was elsewhere, which has a slightly better, at the time, it had a better commute than going into the city directly. But going into the city, I stay away from the city as much as possible. Pretty much. Pretty much the only time I'd go into the city has been for a big event, like some big event of some kind. Whether it was Shine, the multi-day Smash tournament, or that's really the last time I can really remember. I think Shine 2018, 2019 have been the last 2 times I was in the city. Were for those tournaments. Once a month you'd be okay with 2 times a week. I think if the place I worked at was closer to me or not in the city or something like that, I would be a little bit more okay with 2 times a week. part of the problem and part of the reason beyond going into the city is I think I've discussed this before, but my previous job I was working from 7 to 3, and I would, you know, leave at 3 because I would want to get home and then go run while it's still sunlight out. This new job, when I was in the hiring process, I was told, you know, flexibility, like it would be flexible. You wouldn't have to like do 9 to 5. I was like, okay, good. I don't want to. That's important to me. And then turns out a pretty common thing is have a stand-up. I know some of you have definitely heard this. To have a stand-up sort of quick meeting in the morning at like 9 is pretty standard, 9, 9:30, 10, with you and your team members. It's basically a status update. Pretty standard. You know, almost every morning, maybe one day a week you don't do it. And then like maybe there's other meetings, but in terms of like a status update meeting, it's just that one in the morning, which is fine because then I can still leave early afternoon. But this place does a second status update at 4 p.m. What is the point of doing a status update at the beginning of the day if you're gonna do one at the end of the near the end of the day? That just means the next morning's update, unless people worked extra late or something, are not gonna have much to talk about. And the other annoying thing about it is that it limits work is supposed a normal. I've never heard of anywhere having 2 stand-ups. This is the only place I've ever heard of this. Even asking peers from college or peers from my previous, you know, when I was at my previous job, never has this been a thing I've ever heard of. It is the stupidest thing. And because of that, right, it's at 4, which means even if I wanted to, even if I did work 7 to 3 and you know, would try to go run at 3, I wouldn't be back in time for the thing at 4, so I would be screwed. So that is very unflexible. It basically means you're locked in. You would have to be able to be at that thing at 9 and at 4, which is a pretty big, you know, it's basically a 9 to 5 in terms of range. There's not much flexibility there. But what I've adapted to, only because basically I'm at home, I'm able to do this, is either going for my run exercise from like 12 to 2, but I still start at 7 in the morning. Still start at 7, work, 12 to like, or like 11:30 to 1:30, somewhere like that. I do my exercising, workout, whatever, and then basically end my day after the stand-up in the afternoon, so that the timing works out hours-wise. But if I was in an office, I wouldn't really be able to do that. So that's kind of another reason that I wouldn't want to go to the office, is because then I'm like stuck in. I'm stuck in there. Which hopefully I explained that in a way that makes sense. But basically, yeah. That is a reason I would not want to go into the office. Now you might say, oh, just wake up early and run in the morning. I do sometimes have to do that, even with this schedule I have now, because for some reason they like to plan meetings literally at 12 during lunch. These people are fucking crazy. Every other Friday, there is a meeting from 12 to 1. What? Why? Why wouldn't you do that at that time? And so on those days, I run in the morning from like 7 to 9. Like run and shower and whatever from 7 to 9, so that I make it in time for that 9 a.m. stand-up thing. And then I work through lunch and blah, blah, blah. So it ends up being the same amount of time. But again, if I had to go into an office, I wouldn't be in the office in time because, you know, you have to travel to an office. So you can't teleport there. Not yet. So, yeah. It's really dumb, Gunzel. The good thing is, it seems like basically only it's like a town hall sort of thing where basically everyone in the company is on the call, which pretty much means only high up people are ever going to be talking and giving updates about the company and stuff. So 99% of people, I'm assuming, are eating their lunch during that call, which again is something that you would not be able to do really if you were in the office. So the more I think about it, the less I would ever want to be in the office for almost any reason. This company in particular. The location's in the middle of the city. The inflexibility makes it so that it would basically like ruin, scheduleize my entire day. These weird like lunchtime meetings and stuff make me feel like there's not much respect, or maybe not respect's the right word, but sort of not compassion, but something along those lines of being cordial. So yeah, those are the various reasons why definitely it might. Does it seem a little more reasonable that I said once a month now? I mean, I know that I am coming from a place of privilege. Obviously, I have a job right now, even though we're kind of getting over the hump with many people getting vaccinated, especially in my state. Still, having a job at this point in time is a, you know, privilege to some degree. Though I was jobless for a while. So I recognize that. But my personal time is important to me. And exercising in particular is very important to me. So, and the fact that when I was initially applying and being through the hiring process, I like specifically mentioned that flexibility and stuff being important so that I could not work a standard 9-to-5 setting of hours. So I definitely don't want to be going into the office pretty much ever. But we'll see what happens. I mean, it is a ways away. I think the last time I heard they mentioned September, maybe? I think, which was similar to what you said as well, September. But I'm wondering, they haven't, you know, laid out any specifics in terms of requirements, or if there's requirements, if it's guidelines, if there'll be suggestions, if, yeah, has not been particularly. Things are very much up in the air. And there's certain jobs, obviously, that benefit hugely from you know, face-to-face stuff. I understand that. Even for my own job, I know, having been in the office of my previous job, I definitely know that there was plenty of times where being able to just go over to someone, tap them on the shoulder, or just say, hey, can we like draw this out on the whiteboard or something, which is then, you know, that's easier than trying to do it digitally and stuff. I get that, but sometimes, you know, the pros versus the cons of I've seen many more cons, and I've seen many more pros working from home than cons throughout the pandemic, for sure. I mean, even now, even though I have laid out these complaints, right, and this whole less flexibility, but I've adapted my normally very rigid way of living, of this 7-to-3 thing that I've done for like 5 years. I have had to adapt it to this new schedule, and I've actually fairly happy about it. It has allowed me to do these streams that start at 5, which, if you remember previously, when I was working in the office 7 to 3, I pretty much, it would have been impossible to start streams at 5. I pretty much, earliest was starting at 6, 6:30, usually almost 7. Back in the day, the OGs remember, most streams were from 7 to 9 p.m., just 2 hours. And part of that is just not having to commute, so you just get almost an hour of time back. I think it took, it would take anywhere from 20 to 45 minutes to get to work. Sometimes even longer if the traffic was crazy, but you get that on the way there, the way back. That's a big time save. And at my previous job, well, yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, I'm just ranting because, I mean, let's be honest, I'm just pressing buttons here. So, I'll talk whatever we want to talk about. We can talk about it. I'm just word vomiting is what's happening. I'm just basically word vomiting. Because what else am I gonna do? I'm pressing buttons over here. There's a lot you could say about, sometimes I've been reading things about, this whole working from home stuff and people going back to offices and people trying to, there's been the whole, worker shortage for lots of, retail or fast food places that just aren't paying a high enough wage. That kind of whole discussion of stuff. And people trying to, fight for their rights of staying at home or getting a higher pay and whatnot. And I don't feel too optimistic, but I feel like a bunch of old cronies are going to try to make people go back into offices, and it's going to be annoying. Am I going to get the Mario Rabbids game? I think I definitely will. I did enjoy the first one. I thought the first one that we played on stream the past, whenever we played it in the past month, it ended up, the first world of it, or chapter or whatever of the game, was pretty like that. I could see a lot of people quitting the game because of the first chapter of the first game that I played. But after that, it picked up and became like, you could actually kind of go your own path in terms of character choices and upgrades and stuff. And I'm glad I stuck through it. I think it ended up being quite fun. And I hadn't done a strategy game like that in a while. So I definitely enjoyed it, and I think I almost certainly want to play the new one. But I don't know if I don't know if I would be strong enough to say that I would buy it on launch. I think I'm gonna address Gunsel's things after, but since I'm on the Rabbids thing, I got, where is it? This game, I want to say, I don't remember if it was a Black Friday thing or whatever, but when I got this game, I got it for like $35 or something like that. And I think that price point for this game is good. I'm happy. I am fine with having paid $35 for this game, and I think it was a fun experience and worth it for that sense. I don't know if I would have said the same if it was $60 though. I don't know if I would have said the same if I paid a full $60 for this. Obviously, $20 would have been amazing, but Nintendo games, especially ones that have Mario in them, rarely go on sale, and rarely for, rarely really below that kind of a range. So I think, kind of similarly to Pokemon Snap, how if it was less expensive, I probably would have got it on launch. But for a $60 game, I don't think I want it right away. So I'll probably hold off on getting Rabbids until maybe there's a sale and a, you know, whatever, a year or two later or something, and hope. It's not like I'm gonna get spoiled by some crazy story. No one, I don't know anyone that has played this game, even now. So, and I was not spoiled by anything, so I don't think I have any concerns for the second one either. Now, regarding your thing about people saying they'll quit if they go back to work, that's the thing. I would like that to be true. I don't know if people have the balls to do it, though. And I was saying to myself when I was still unemployed and didn't have this job yet, I was saying to myself, you know, I was being fairly picky because I was pretty confident that I could find something if I wanted, and I didn't want to jump into the first thing. I wanted to jump into something that I think would be flexible and whatnot and would fit what I wanted to do. And I almost got that. Kind of went a little astray, but at least for now it's enough aligned. I'm able to manage it. I have to do a little bit. I don't get to be as quite hard routined and rigid as I was at my previous place, where just like 7 to 3 every day. Some days I have to do this early morning run because of this meeting, random ass meeting at 12, but also sometimes I will, you know, instead of doing my, I might do an additional workout before my run and take, you know, like 3 hours from like 11 to 1 or something, instead of just a 2-hour thing. Or sorry, 11 to 2 instead of a, you know, whatever it is. Because I'm new, so people aren't really talking to me that often. So it's kind of a give and take. But that said, also when I was applying for jobs and whatnot, I definitely, one thing that I learned from the whole experience of getting laid off due to the pandemic, well, technically it wasn't due to the pandemic, but let's be honest, it was that having been through the job hiring experience, I was at least getting contacted by a lot of people and got multiple rounds into multiple places, which still makes me confident, though doing the job hunt stuff was not enjoyable, but it does give me the confidence to know that if I really don't want to keep working here, at least now, I'm saying to myself that I could quit. It's definitely going to be harder when that time comes. Just that's like the way that our brains work and whatnot. It definitely will be harder if that time comes. But I'm hoping that the way that I felt and learned and went through this experience will still give me enough of a boost to be able to actually say, like, hey, this might feel kind of scary or stupid even, but your happiness and your well-being and your health are more important than this, and you've done it before, you can do it again, yada yada yada. So we'll see what happens. I mean, that's kind of all there is, right? You just have to wait and see what happens. So we'll see what happens. I think September will be an interesting time. September, October. I think actually end of August, September will be the interesting time. I think a lot of places are looking to reopen offices at that time. That seems to be the trend. So I think we won't really know how people are gonna be until that happens. You can tell I'm competent and hireable. Yeah, it's... I would hopefully agree with you. There's part of, you know, there's the part of me that, the confidence part that's like, yeah, and then there's the less confident part that's like, well, right? There's always gonna be that. That's how I think my brain is like that for most things, where a lot of my brain will always conflict with itself and say like yes, but no. So yeah, I do appreciate that though. I have to pee, so I'm gonna do that. But if you've been paying attention while we're ranting, we are low on stam, and we have half an hour left. So I will propose a question. And that question is, I could attempt to do like an MS Paint drawing of a character where you guys guess it and do that kind of activity. Or we could just do like, I don't know, some Picross for half an hour or something like that. But either way, oh, perfect song too. Perfect song. I had another thought, because I don't really feel like drawing anyway. We could do Hangman with PaD character names as well. That's another option. Could do Hangman, but otherwise maybe we just do a quick bit of Picross or something, which I imagine means a bunch of people will go to whoever else is streaming. Let me just see who else is streaming PaD right now anyway. Oh, Mantastic is live. Cool. I imagine most people have already gone over there. Yeah, seems like it. Someone, speaking of Mantastic, not... that seems like that was a weird leading statement. I don't even know how to make this statement. I read something or saw something. Is he okay? Is some like health thing? Is there something going on for him? Is he alright? I mean, he's alive, obviously, because he's streaming, but is he having some sort of problem going on? Is he okay? I mean, I don't really know him, but I feel like I saw some comment in some maybe Discord thing I was scrolling through or something. I don't know, but he has a health issue. Oh, that's too bad. Hopefully it's not too crazy. Alright, let's go here. We'll do a little bit Picross and chill just to end the half hour. So, PaD people I imagine are already pieced out, but that's alright. I appreciate anyone stopping by always. I'm the pre-stream for the more popular guys. I know my place. I know my place. I know my place. It's fine. It's fine. I accept my role as the pre-stream. Something with nerve pain from sports. Oh, wow. That sounds potentially really scary. Is it a back thing? I feel like back things would be the most likely, right? Although from sports, that can really open it up. Chronic pain from an injury long ago. He's been streaming less due to hand irritation. Are those two things linked, or are they separate things? I imagine they're separate things, right? Well, I guess you could have had like some weird hand injury on a wrist or a forearm, and then that's yeah, the chronic pain one, seems like more of a back type of a commonality. The wrist thing, that I'm guessing would be more recent and related to, you know, carpal tunnel, gaming, programming, working at a desk job, that kind of jam. Let me mute the switch here, because we will Picross chill end. That seems more common for that type of thing. Well, I hope yeah, that's tough. That's tough. I've definitely had a number of hand issues. I'm not even necessarily free of hand issues, but I've definitely had some of my own. Some that I've been able to fix isn't the right word. I guess kind of, but not exactly. Anyway. There are a lot of fucking numbers. Let's see. How many ones is this? 3? So 1 space 2 space 3 space 1 2 space 1 space 2 space 3. Alright, not even close. We need to find a beginning bunch of stuff. What about these 1s and 3s? 1 space 1 space 1 2 3 space 1 2 3 space 1 2 3 space 1 2 3. Fuck, that's so close. 1 space 1 space 1 space 1 2 3 space 1 space 1 space 1 2 3. One, 2, 3 space 1 2 3 space 1 2 space 1 2 3 space 1 2. There we go. I knew they had to have something like that in there. You knew they had to have something. Now we need something to work off of. Okay. Okay. 1 2 3 space 1 space 1 2 space 1 space 1 2 3. No. Okay. Well, not this one. This is gonna be blocks on either side. This is gonna be blocks on either side. Yeah, back issues are rough. My mother has historically had some back stuff that she has to do exercises for all the time, and if she does, this is something that you need to learn as you get older. There are just certain things that you need to do, or you will start having issues. And when you find what stuff you need to do to alleviate those, it's not like a fix. It's like you must keep doing it or it will come back kind of a thing. So there's a number of stuff I do like that too. Whether it's hand stretches or avoiding having my hands in certain positions and wrists in certain positions, or certain stretches I do. That one stretch that I do, where I like cross the leg and lean forward, put my chest to my ankle there. That one I definitely have to do, or else yeah, I'll start getting issues. There's a lot of things like that. Getting older is you know, it is not the greatest. There are definitely some issues. Would not always recommend. Really not sure what else I can get off of this. Like, it's good that I have this middle part finally, so I got something, but 1 space 1 2 3 4 space 1 2 space 1 2 3 4 space 1. I need some more guaranteed stuff. Oh, okay, here we go. Because that has to be a 3, that means I can block these, which that might give me 1 2 3 space 1 space 1 2 space 1 space 1 2 3. There it is. There it is. Okay, we're in business. So don't grow up, nodders. Kind of. Kind of. Alright, so this has to be part of the 7. So this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at most. So I can auto block these, right? 1 to 7, yep. So then I should be able to do the same here. Which means the middle can be blocked here, because that's not enough for 5, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, which means block, 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 2, 3. Yeah, now we're getting to do stuff. Now we're getting to do stuff. That's a game changer. That's a game changer right there. There are some things when you have pains or, you know, not pseudo injuries, but debilitations maybe is the right word, that doing exercises and stretches and whatever for, you know, months does kind of fix it and you don't need to do it. Though more often than not, it's best that you just don't do it as often as you had to during the initial sort of rehabilitation phase. That's probably the more ideal way of doing things for certain issues. But there's some that you just will always have to do. You will just always have to do it. Let's see, so 1, 2, 3, 4 space. Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong row. 1, 2, 3, 4 space. 1, 2, 3, 4 space. Yeah, okay, alright. What else can I do here? What else can I get here? I don't think I can guarantee anything in the middle there. I can guarantee that this is a 5 though. Alright, that's pretty nice, because that means this is blocked. Yep, and that means this is 5. Alright, this is good. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. Alright, that's a 1. That's a 1. Okay, alright. Can I do something similar here? I can block that. What about here? No. Anything that just has 1s? Yeah. Block that. Which means these are gone, because it's a 10, and these are gone, which means just the middle. So that's big. This is a 3, so that's blocked. This has to be part of the 7. Could be the 3, could be the 10, we don't know. This is part of the 7. This could be 1s, we don't know yet. This is 1s though, only. So what does that mean? 1, 1, 2, 5. Okay. This is a 6, which means I can block those. This is at most 3, which means I can block those and then block those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom, boom, boom. Nice. Hey, Toby's here. Where you been, Toby? This has to be the 3. We were worried about you a little bit. We were worried you might be not doing so well. Or something. I think this means the 4 has to be here, right? Yeah. Same here. Nice. That can be the 5. That can be the 5. Do. Means 2, 3, 4, 5. Block, 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 block. We don't know. We do know. We don't know. You just woke up. Cancel, yeah, cancel the search, true. 3, 4, space, 1. Probably, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, space, space. So this is done. Okay, alright, now we're getting some stuff. This is 1s, this is 3s. This is 1s. Alright, alright. This is 1s, I can block those. This is 3 and 10, so I can block those, which means this is the other 1, and this is the other 1. It's a crab? I was gonna say it might be a koala. This is kind of a crazy read because it's early, but I could see like a koala looking at us, or something like, it could even be a. No, a bat would be weird because the bottom left and right would be odd, but it could be a lot of things still right now. It could be a lot of things still. This has to be 4. Space, space. Which means this is done. That means this is 4. Means these are blocked. Means these are blocked. These have to connect. 6. Yeah, do that. This has to be 3. Means this is 5. That's 5. That's 1. Same thing here. Boom. So Toby, I was doing, by the farming, I was doing, I was buttoning the int level with the Varroa and the Vritras. Is that the right choice? Am I doing the right thing there? This is 1, 1, 1, 1. This is already 4 1s vertically, right? Yeah. Same here. Well, I guess it's not, but I'm just gonna say this. Fuck. Alright. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I was at the wrong spot. I was supposed to be here. Alright, that's my fault. That's the best way? Okay, cool. This is 3. This is 1, so I can block. This is 3. 1, 2, 1. 1, 1, 1. 3, 3. 3, 1. Is that 10? This will be 10. Okay. Oof. 3, 3. 3, 3. It's not a crab, it's a moth or something? Yeah, it might be more of a, I'm not on my, I'm not on the, koala theory anymore, I will say that. I'm not on the koala theory. That's for sure. 3, 1, 1, 3. 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay. 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1, space. Alright, we don't know yet. This will be 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's the 2 in the middle. That's the 2 in the middle. 2, 3, 4. This is the 7. This is the 7. Yeah, this looks like some sort of, yeah, some sort of butterfly insect. Oh, you know what this could be? This could be a flower. In a crazy world, this is a flower that has a flower up top, but I don't think so. I still think it's going to be a bug like you guys are saying. But I could see this being like the leaves or something. 3, 3, 3. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. This is done. This is 7. This is 3, 1, 1, 3. Yeah. 5, 2, 5. This is the 10. That's done. 1 space 1, yeah. 1 space 1, 1 space 1. Okay, so that's a 1. That's a 1. That's a 1. That's a 1. What else is here? 3, 3, 3 ones. How many ones do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1 space 1 space 1 2 space 1. Yeah. Boom 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 boom. This is a 1. This is a 1. This is a 3. This is a 3. That's the 2. This is the 4. This is a 1. That's the 2. Then we need 2 1s, so we do those and those. Block, 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 block. There needs to be one more 1 here. There needs to be one more 1 here, which means the only spots left are here and here. Oh, I might be right on this flower. I might be right on this flower. I think I'm right. Oh, I can't. I think I'm right. Dandelion. I did call that. I did call that. I feel pretty good about that call. I'm pretty happy with myself. Doubters. Doubters. Next one. Unless this one goes by omega fast, I imagine we'll wrap it up after this one. Almost 9. Oh shit, lots of zeros though. This actually could, we'll see about this one. We'll see about this one. This one could go by quick potentially. Oh, whoops. Alright, 14. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh shit. I actually was not supposed to do that first one, but I got lucky. Okay. Is there any other big numbers? 1, 2, space. That works. No. I don't feel like that actually helps me that much though. 3, 8, and 1, 1. 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. Just assume the 3 is up here. Space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Space 1, space 1, space. No, not enough. I do think that 3. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, space 1. So the 3 has to be up here. 3 just has to be up here to some degree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can auto those. 3 I can't touch. Can I do something similar over here? Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Now what? Now what? 1 space 1, 2. So that doesn't work. 1 space 1, 2. So doesn't this have to be the 1 then? I think it does. 1 space 1. Yeah, you can't have that be 2. So this has to be the 1. I'm almost certain. Oh, we can get rid of this row anyway. So yeah, then it all right. Then never mind. That changes. That makes things even easier. That makes things even easier. So that has to be 3. This has to be the 1 space 1, 2 space. 1 space 1, 2 space. 3 has to be in here. 3 has to be in here. These can go away in the middle. Do 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 do. This has to start as 5, 3, 4, 5. This has to be the 1, so that's done. This can start as 5 now. Same thing here on those sides. This has to be a 3 first, so boom, boom, which means here. Same here, which means here, space, dunk, dunk. 5 is here, 5 is here, block the middle. 2 space 3, 2, 3. This is 2, 1, 2. That has to be a 2 then. Same thing over here, space, can't be there, so 1, 2, which means this is 3, boom. A bear. Okay, I can see that. Yeah, it's got the ears. I see that, I see that. Space, space. This has to be the 1, this has to be the 1. It means 4 in the middle. Space, 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 space. Definitely got the lookings of a bear. This has to be 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 space. That means these have to be spaces, and this has to be the last one. Boom, boom, nice. That means the 5s have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At most, 3, 4, 5, boom, boom. Which means this is a 1, this is a 5. This is a 5. This is a 1 and a 1. This is a 1 and a 1. Okay, okay, we're making moves. At most, these are still blocked because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. All of this horizontal have to be 2s anyway, so I can block those. Actually, that means this is done. 1, 2, 3, 4. Da da da. Boom. This is a 3, but we don't know exactly where. This is a 2, so I guess that means I can go. And I actually should be able to do that here too. That means this is blocked on each side. Blocked on each side. Any 1ers? 1's there, block that. Only a 2 in the middle, so I can block those. I can auto block these because only 2s. That one can't do, that one can't do, that one can't do. Alright. This is a 2 to start at the bottom, so I can do that and get rid of that. Probably something dumb like an alarm clock. Yeah, actually, that's not a crazy guess, right? That is not a crazy guess. I can see that. I can see that. This starts as 3, so that's blocked. This starts as 3, so that's blocked. 1, 2, 1, 10, done. Done. 2, 2, block, block. 3, block. 3, block. This row is done. This row still needs a 1 somewhere. This middle can get blocked because 2's only horizontal. 2, 1, 2. That has to be a 2. That has to be a... I guess technically... No, that has to be. So, boom. Block. So there's a 1 in the middle. This has to be 8. This is 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. You might... I don't think it's a... The reason I don't think it's a clock is because it feels like they're not having us put anything in the middle here. But if we get like 2 little diagonal, if we get a diagonal thing in here, then yeah, it could be the hand. You could be onto that. This is 1, 1, 3. Okay, so there's a 1 somewhere in here. You could be onto that. It's digital. Nice. Block. 2. Alright. 4 in the middle. 2, 2, 3, 2. Only 4 in here, so do that as well. 2, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 5. This is actually done. 1, 2, 5. This is also done. 1, 1, 3. This is missing a 1. It's missing a 1. 2 and 2. This is done. 2 or 4 or 5. There's only 5 left. Oh shit! It's a clock. It's a clock. It's a fucking clock. It's a fucking clock. Nice. Good read, good read. Good fucking read. What am I missing? I'm missing something somewhere. I must have just hastily overcaught and wet on top of something here. 3, 4, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, this is a 3, 2, 3. Oh, okay. All right. So where's the other 3 supposed to be? Down here. 2, 1, 2, 1. Yeah, right here. Okay. That wasn't the last thing apparently. 2, 1, 2. No. Yeah, nice Yomi, nice Yomi. I accidentally covered something, assuming I did kind of not fully read numbers at the end here a bit. I will admit that. What am I missing? 2, 2, 2, 2, 14. Oh, 14. Boom! Right at 9 o'clock. Right on time. Huh? Right on time? Right on time? Cause it's a clock? Get it? 'Cause it's a clock. Anyway, you know, speaking of time.
Look away from your screen for 20 seconds.
It's time to look away for 20 seconds, but it's also time probably for us to pack it up. Oh, it even had an animation on that one. Nice. Well, we didn't guess stuff right until it got farther along. Although your guess was pretty early, but I did kind of guess the plant, but a little on the late side. Either way, do I even bother rating? Probably not. You guys don't care, right? Maybe we will just for the hell of it. No, you know what? Nah. Just enjoy your evening, alright? Just chill. I don't feel like figuring it all out. And I think most people know where to go if they want to go anywhere. Either Mantastic or Ohms or whomever else is alive. Kind of a chill farming day, but we did do some free rolls, which Toby missed. So he can check those in the rolls command thing if he wants. Appreciate you stopping by, Gunzel. It's been a little bit. It was nice catch up. We'll see what happens in September. It was nice to just kind of talk about stuff while I was zoning out with the farming. Think, yeah, it should be a good time. I will definitely see you guys on Wednesday for more Donkey Kong Country 3. And maybe there's a chance of a mini stream tomorrow, but I think unlikely because I have to do a tournament. So with that said, wait, I'll wave. Bye. Have a good night.